Judicial hellholes.
Each year, the American Tort Reform Association releases a list of judicial hellholes. For the last several years, Georgia has been on that list, but this year we are not. President of the association, Tiger Joyce, says it's because of the state's reforms to protect jobs and families. While this is good news, he points out,
we do have the state, however, on what we call our watch list because of some cases that we've been observing. And I think as much as anything to see how the reform efforts play out.
He says the top 3 judicial hellholes this year, L.A., New York, and South Carolina. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
51 degrees in Atlanta, clear and cold tonight. How much does it warm up tomorrow afternoon? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A Georgia state representative faces federal fraud charges after allegedly lying to obtain unemployment benefits during COVID.
The program was designed to help people who lost their job during the pandemic, but U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says Representative Sharon Henderson lied in documents for the program and had not worked as a substitute teacher for Henry County Schools for over 2 years.
She hadn't worked at all in 2019, so the indictment alleges that she lied in order to obtain unemployment insurance benefits.
Hertzberg says his office was tipped by the Office of the State Inspector General, and he expects there will be more cases of this nature forthcoming. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The man charged with fatally stabbing a 77-year-old Buckhead grandmother enters a plea today just as his trial was about to begin.
Without any ahead-of-time agreement with the state on what punishment he could face, Antonio Brown pleads guilty to murdering Eleanor Bowles 3 years ago this month. With his admission, Bowles' 2 sons delivered emotion-filled impact statements in court, and Brown apologized to the victim's family. Homeless at the time of the stabbing and often under the influence, Brown was ruled competent to stand trial earlier this year. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Kevin Farmer gave him 2 consecutive life sentences with the possibility of parole. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
For the first time in 4 years, gas prices nationwide average less than $3 a gallon. AAA reports today's national average is $2.95. That's down about a nickel from last week and 12 cents from a month ago. In Georgia, the average price is $2.79 a gallon. The Smyrna Public Safety Foundation put smiles on the faces of 90 elementary students today at their annual Shop with a Hero event.
It's just a wonderful reminder, and it's a good connection to our community about the holiday spirit and the holiday season of giving. It's an honor to do this.
Smyrna Police Lieutenant Meredith Holt says they took kids shopping for Christmas at a local Walmart today. After shopping, the kids were taken to Truist Park for lunch, cookie decorating, and a stadium tour. A new ranking of the most popular Christmas movies in America.
Going for a new amateur recreational saucer sled land speed record, Clark W. Griswold Jr.
The website pixelparade.com surveyed thousands of adults across the country to determine which movie was the favorite in each state. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation comes out on top as the favorite in 31 states, including Georgia. It is now 3:03, and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, just had all lanes blocked and reopened on the west side perimeter. 285 southbound between Paces Ferry and Atlanta Road. South Atlanta Road got trouble off to the right. That's why you're slow leaving I-75. Earlier crash into Midtown, 85 southbound at the ramp to 75 north and the exit to 17th Street. That has since cleared. Brake lights filling in 285 east and northbound, the outer loop into Cobb County from Flat Shoals up to I-20. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Mostly cloudy, breezy, and cool today. High 46. Clear and cold tonight. Lows in the low 30s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. High 49. Sunshine and warming up to the mid-50s on Wednesday.
Right now it's 50 in East Point, 49 in Locust Grove, and 47 in Woodstock. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Surprise! Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Eric Von Hessler not here today, got a bellyache. But don't worry, the doctrinaires are here. I think all of us are going to be on the show at some point today. I am Tim Andrews. We have Jared Yamamoto, Autumn Fisher, the man behind the glass, Mr. George Clark, and joining us later in the show. It's Monday, so that must mean we're going to have stories from Studio B1 with Greg Russ.
That is correct, in the 6 o'clock hour.
Yeah, so Eric does have a bellyache. He'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully everything works out.
I know, my belly, my tummy.
Mommy!
The scuttlebutt going around the building is because he had to work yesterday. Not that it's work. He volunteered yesterday at Clark's Christmas Kids, and then the Bills just had this miraculous comeback in the second half of their game against the Bengals. So maybe that contributed to it. But don't worry, we're going to hold the fort down today.
The weekend partying may have carried over into the week.
It did. I'm sure it did. And you started out the weekend partying. I'm surprised that you're here, Jared Yamamoto. Friday night, you're getting the Christmas season kicked off. You were talking about this Friday with your, was it some Christmassy bar crawl, if I'm right?
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
Autumn?
so-
That's what it was?
So one of my buddies has put together this really cool thing where it's like a party bus, but it goes to only Christmas bars. So it's a party bus bar crawl.
Okay, I get it.
And it was really fun.
Something for the young people to do. Were there old people on the bus?
There were people of all ages on the
Yeah,
bus.
they were like 38.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
41. It was great. They were old.
Yeah, old people. They got a little gray in them.
I was thoroughly impressed because you forget how many Christmas bars there are here in Atlanta, and
I didn't know
I
such.
always
What do you mean Christmas bars? Exclusive to Christmas, or they're decorated? The regular bars that are open. Are pop-ups or what?
we went to some of each. There were a couple of, I guess there was one speakeasy pop-up Christmas bar that we went to along the way that was really cool. Some bars decorate just for Christmas, and then others decide to rename their bar altogether just for this month, which is really cool. So you get a chance to really, we had a chance to see all kinds of different Christmas bars around town. It was fun.
The Reindeer Inn.
Yeah. There were a lot of cheesy names like that.
The speakeasy with like a little elf in there. What's the secret word? Do you have to, when you go to one? Do you have to give Is there a password to get in, or is it just it's just a name?
Because we were part of the bar bus crawl,
Mm-hmm.
we were granted entrance into the Nightmare Before Christmas pop-up speakeasy Christmas bar. I know it's a lot.
How do you get into it? Is what he's saying.
Yeah,
Like, is
that's
it-
what I'm saying. Like, so because we're part of the actual bus tour, we didn't have to use the code or anything
What's
like
this? What's this? Is it decorated all? Is it decorated to look like the movie? Is
Yes,
that why?
yeah, very Nightmare Before Christmas themed. It was really cool. And if you're looking to experience the town, I know the holidays get all crazy. You're trying to make sure everybody gets their gifts and everything.
Yeah.
Give yourself a night like that.
Or
Maybe
you
go out on a
could-
Thursday, go to a holiday bar. I'm telling you, it's fun.
Or you could curl up in your studio apartment with a bottle of vodka and sip on it while you're watching Netflix on your phone. You could-
Cry.
yeah, well, you don't have to cry. You can just, that's how I
Maybe
got
I
it.
want to cry.
Well, you can cry if that's how you like Christmas. Do you cry every year at Christmas? Or how do you kick off getting that feeling? You have to have that big cry, let everything out.
Yeah, you got to have the big cry. You got to look at all your finances and give, look at it and say, I can't afford it, but I'm going to just do it anyway. Put it on the card. Put it all on the card.
Thank you, Klarna. Thank you so much, Klarna. Well, I
Christmas
bought something.
Klarna.
I bought something. I don't normally do this. I make these stupid impulse buys sometimes. Or I do dumb things when it's, usually later at night. I'm not going to say gummy, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, oh, this would be such a great gift for our son. Gilbert will love this. It was this wooden car storage thing, and then it had ramps on it that would go down and down. I said, Santa will definitely bring this. And I'm looking at this on Etsy. I'm like, this is fantastic. Do they have any reviews? And I look, and there's 3, but their other products have reviews too. So I order it, and then I'm like, because I was trying to make sure, because it said, like it was like Indian feather, blah, 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 and it was a Canadian company. I said, this is going to be handcrafted. And then I realized after I made the order, and by the way, I used Klarna because why pay for it now when I can pay for it over the...
That's for future you to deal with.
17 easy payments.
Yes, I'm going to get a huge raise in January. I know it. And, or I'm going to have a windfall or something. So I order it, and then I look at it. I'm like, wait a minute, that image is AI. Wait a minute, all these images are AI.
No.
And then I get an email from them. Thank you for ordering your Christmas wreath. It should be there in time to... And so I'm like, oh, my God. And so I do a little deep dive on it, find out it's in China, and it's going to come from China, and who knows how long it's going to take to get here.
You can cancel it right away, can't you?
I did cancel it, and the person wrote me and said, why did you cancel? We have already packaged this.
No way.
And I said, well, I found out that A, you're using AI images, B, you're a wreath company, and you have like 20 of these car garages on there. And I felt like such a fool, but I got all my money back. And
that's good.
Well, at least a little bit of it. So you got to be careful when you're buying stuff online. And so anyway, normally this time of year, Jared, you're already full swing. You're going out on the bus, the what is it, the bar crawl bus?
Yeah, the Christmas bar crawl bus. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's taking you to the pop-ups and whatnot.
And honestly, I've kind of gotten into the season early this year. I've been requesting Tina to play more Christmas music when I get home and stuff. I'm very much in the
Woman,
season.
get that Christmas music on.
That's right. Yeah, get it on. Hey,
Bah,
now,
humbug.
I need my dinner and my Christmas music.
Yeah.
And I've just been more in the season this year than in previous years. I don't know why.
Yeah, because everything sucks, and so we need a way to have a nice time.
I guess so. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, yeah,
totally.
I think so. We should have started Christmas in September, but
I did a little bit. Like I started not September, but I did start it in
October.
Yeah, a little
After-
bit in October and
Yeah.
and early November because I was like, I can't deal with this
Yeah.
world.
Well, Christmas is a time to escape, and I got all sorts of observations. And this is a radio show, so
do
we have to.
you?
Yeah, well, I have to make my observations.
Oh, that's right.
Tell us what you think on the open mic.
What's your favorite candy cane?
And where can people find the open mic, Jared?
Oh, that would be on
Yamamoto?
the WSB radio app. You get 30 seconds over there. You can chat about anything you want. You want to ask Autumn about her personal life? Go
Don't
ahead.
do that. Hey,
put it on
Get an
the
answer.
put it on the open mic.
Mind your own business. So, over the years, and this is leading up to before I got married in 2017, but over the years, I just sort of like, okay, I'll put up this dinky little tree in my apartment, put out some old Christmas decorations that I've had since I was a kid. Some of them are my grandparents.
Me too.
And you know, and then now our son is 4 years old, and this is the first year where he knows everything. He knows that Santa brings presents. He asks me every night, how does he get down the chimney? We don't have a chimney. How's he going to get in? I said, well, we have a little pipe from our furnace. Well, how's he going to get in there? And I said, I told you last night. And he goes, magic, but how does it work? And, you know, anybody with kids, Autumn, you know this, the questions don't stop. And that's
no,
fine.
they won't accept
Yeah.
the one you got on deck. They won't accept that.
No, and I'm fine with that. That's great. You know, there's lots of questions. But he's excited for it, and him being excited for it has made me excited for it. So the Christmas music is in the car. I have this playlist I made on Spotify a couple years ago. I don't know, it's like 8 hours long.
Okay, that's a good length.
Has novelty, classics,
Yeah,
some
me too.
weirdo stuff. And, you know, you can find it on my Facebook page if you're so interested. But anyway, so we're playing that in the morning. He's singing along with some of the songs that he really likes. Last week, I was playing Feliz Navidad. He asked me what that meant. I said, that's how you say Merry Christmas in Spanish. So he's been going around, Feliz Navidad. Not like that, but he says,
that's cute.
He says, Feliz Navidad.
That's so cute.
But our town, Tucker, every year has done this Christmas tree lighting since he's been born. And now that we have this brand new Georgia Path Association, is that what it's called? The Path?
Yeah, they're the ones that do. They're connected with the Beltline, but they essentially like the Beltline is kind of the center loop in town.
Yes.
And then all of the paths go into the Beltline and onto the Silver Comet.
Well,
Trail.
I think they're responsible for this, but there's this new green space, and it's amazing. They did the Christmas tree lighting there this year, and also the menorah. Got to have everything. You know, everything's there. So there were tons of kids there. Santa Claus was there. We showed up. I saw Santa get out of the SUV with Mrs. Claus. That was kind of interesting because we parked in an odd area. And it was just great. He enjoyed it. He got to go on the train. They have a little, Christmas train, and you can make your own cookie. Of course, there's the bouncy house, which I don't like bouncy houses because they never want to get out of them.
And they're germy.
And they're germy.
No one's cleaning that thing.
And then there's always the group of kids that's too old to be in there, knocking every other kid over.
Yeah.
Well, at least during this time of year, and you guys, I know you have younger kids, but from what I remember going in the bouncy house, at least when it's wintertime, it doesn't get as hot inside there. Because I remember, friends would have
the roasting.
Oh, and yeah, I remember friends would have birthday parties in July or in August with those bouncy houses. And I mean, you go in there, and I felt like when I got out, I'm like, Mom, I need water. I'm like suffocating from being in there for too long.
Well, they have them at I can't remember the name of the stadium. Coolray Field, is that what it is?
Yeah, you're talking for the
where the Stripers play?
show. Yeah,
they have one at either end. They have a bouncy house for kids. And this was in the middle of the summer this year. I took him to one of those games, and he, of course, saw it and wanted to go in it. I swear to God, his face was red, and he was dripping sweat. I'm like, no, we're going to go get water.
Yeah, he's having a heat stroke.
But that's the thing that always bugs me about those things, because there is always the kid that's too old, and the parents know that they're probably not supervised because they're old enough to be on their own, just knocking kids over, and my voice is going to change in 10 minutes. I'm going to knock everybody over. But on that Christmas list I was talking about, I sort of got in trouble. Well, no, wait a minute. When we got back from that, seeing Santa, waving to Santa, telling Santa what you want for Christmas, we decorated our tree. And I've always been a stickler. Well, this was my grandma's, and I want this on the tree. But,
right, yeah.
But I'm finally, and I love this, we have our own traditions now. So those things, a couple of them can go on. Like I have an ornament I made when I was in 3rd grade. It's a little God's eye. You know what those things are? The popsicle sticks, and you take the yarn.
Yeah.
Put those on there, and just a couple that are really, memorable to me. But he has his own.
You mean you can't fit all the songs? All of the ornaments on the tree?
No, we have so many. And,
okay.
And some of the...
I'm looking at my tree, and it feels a little bare. Like, I need some generic bulbs
Yes.
to fluff it up, because most of my ornaments are just like things from my past, from my childhood, my parents' stuff.
Yeah, I have some of those too. But the tree, we have an artificial tree. We don't get
Yeah,
the
so
great
do I.
big tree anymore. And if I could go, all out, I would get the garland and the tinsel from the 70s and 80s. But I'm not doing that, because then it just glitters all night.
Right.
So, but letting him put put them on and remembering the ones he got last year and maybe the year before, that's a lot of
real
fun.
exciting, especially
It
because
is.
he's so into it.
But I have to be careful with that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you get to live it through them again.
Yes.
Yeah, and it is different. It's like giving a gift to someone where you actually feel really good about giving them the gift.
Yeah, I used to feel that way. And then I lost
Yeah.
it, and now I'm happy. I'm back there again.
Yeah.
Here's your
It's
gift
nice.
card that I got. Here's a Burger King gift card.
Right. It's like, no, this is something that's really meaningful.
Yes.
And you're like creating the foundation of the magic, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, which
absolutely.
is so silly to say, but it's true. It's really neat.
But back to that giant song list that I made. There's some novelty songs that maybe he shouldn't hear, like Santa Claus and His Old Lady by Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
The thing I like, if people are talking at the beginning of a song, which they are, he goes, are they going to keep talking or are they going to sing? I'm like, yeah, I'll skip it.
Yeah.
But
he's like, yeah, go on and get to the music. Come on now.
he was introduced to the Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh song from South
Yeah, my kids like that a lot.
which I love. And since he talks about it all the time, that, he says he thinks poop is funny at 4 years old. That is when poop is funny, I guess. It's still funny to me, and I'm 55. But anyway, he loves the song. He makes me play it again or asks me to play it again. And then I have a Christmas ornament, which does not go on our tree, but I hang it up in the office next to my Dan Aykroyd Christmas Funko Pop from Trading Places. And I showed him, and then he walked around the house singing it, and I said, well, we're going to have to curb that. Now walking around the house, because he'll say Mr. Handy, the Christmas poop, stuff like that. But
I'm sure that's going to translate into school too. So people are gonna be like, what? Like, where did you learn that?
Well, when you grew up in the 70s and 80s, a lot of the Christmas specials you watched were also the ones that your parents watched.
Yeah, it wasn't so. Not everything was so centered.
Yes.
Or even like delineated between kid stuff and adult stuff.
Right.
Like, if you think about the way that we grew up in birthday parties, it was like, you can have your birthday party at a place, but it's going to be like the bowling alley.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be like kid friendly. It's going to be the bowling alley. Where now it's like, here's a place that's for kids where they climb on walls. Here's a place that's full of trampolines where they're going to get, the flu.
Yes.
But still, it's like they have all these places now that's just for kids. And so now they have all these movies and things that are just for kids. Where
when you're 6 years old, when I was 6 years old, and if you went to the bowling alley, you walked out with smelling like cigarettes and beer, and the whole place, you walked into a bowling alley, it smelled like smokes, beer, and urine. Mm-hmm. And that's how you smelled for the rest of the day. But so the other song that he really likes, that I like, the Aqua Teen Hunger Force, which was made here in town, Adult Swim show, but everybody loved it all over the country, especially if you're a certain ilk like myself. They put out a Christmas record with a lot of nuts, really safe for kids types of songs, but one of them is funny. It's Meat Wad singing "Santa Put a Booger in My Stocking" with Nico Case, who is an indie alternate, whatever. I don't know what you call him anymore.
Sure, alternative's fine.
That's a fun song that now he's singing that too. So I'm going to have to, the classics have to come back into rotation to push those out of his mind.
Especially as he gets smarter and smarter. I mean, he's just becoming more and more aware. I mean, he's 4, right? So, I mean, he's going into that age where the memory is going to be insane from basically now until 9 years old. Everything that he hears, he's going to be able to repeat.
Yep.
And he's going to remember it.
I
and
have
it's
to
gonna
remember that.
Be a core memory.
Daddy says some words that don't need to be repeated. And so getting into this spirit, I got all my Christmas cards done and dropped them in the mail today. So, and I'm in the spirit. I'm in the mood. I'm ready to go. And I know Eric has been. And for the same reason Autumn mentioned, it's just like this world is too nuts. Let's just celebrate the one thing we all love.
It also feels good to be done with the Christmas shopping. And
I am too.
It feels.
I'm not done.
Okay, so the one thing that in Autumn, you kind of mentioned this a little bit before. The one thing that I find frustrating about Christmas is that it does still, no matter how many Christmas movies you watch, how many Christmas stories you hear, it's always you always have some family member that's always very hyper focused on the gifts and the gift giving and everything. And even though every story tells you that it's not about that. And the one thing that I get frustrated during Christmas is if I can't get a gift that has that meaning, that magical meaning to it that you were talking about earlier, Autumn, where it just feels great. You know what I mean? Like you're like, wow, that is something that I knew that this person or family member needed. And when they open it up, they're just like, wow, thank you so much. And to try to replicate that over and over and over again for people for Christmas, it's just so hard to me. It's just difficult.
Well,
and
I went to Autumn told me this before the show, and I want to talk about it. But before we get to it, getting into this spirit gets me filled with nostalgia. And so the things I do when I get filled with nostalgia is I go to YouTube and I say, show me all the commercials that aired in 1982 on WPIX television in New York. And there's two things that struck me. First of all, it took me like 15 minutes to find an episode of The Odd Couple. Do you know that show, Jared?
Yes, I've heard of The Odd Couple.
I mean, they've made it a couple times. In fact, there was one in the 2000s or whatever. But the classic episodes are Jack Klugman and Tony Randall. And this is season 1, episode 12 called Scrooge Gets an Oscar. And my buddy Jeff had told me about it, and I'd forgotten. Used to see these things because it was on every night in syndication. And that got me going. I watched that episode. It was funny, and you start thinking, my God, television used to be, because this aired in 1970, okay? Most people only had 3-4 channels, unless you had cable, which a lot of people didn't yet. And it was well written. It's a funny story, relevant for the time. And because it's a universal theme of Ebenezer Scrooge, it's something that lasts. Like some of the episodes of that show might not be relevant to people, but you could watch it not knowing who they are and get what's going on.
Sure.
And so that sent me down a rabbit hole. I want to watch some of these commercials and promos from this New York City station I grew up with. And what surprised me was two things. We talk a lot about on the show about how capitalism today isn't what it was. These commercials that aired in the 80s and the 70s, everybody owned their own thing. There was a drugstore, there was this, there was a hair, there was an accountant, and everything was different. The quality was terrible, but there was a lot of different businesses and stuff. And
there were choices.
There were choices, yes. Yeah. And then the other thing is the owner or the general manager of the station in the afternoons, and we would always change it when he did this, would come on and do a point of view. Or this was something that the owner of the station would do, public service, and was live read. And every year he would talk about the meaning of Christmas. And it was so religious. It was all about Jesus and the birth of our Savior. And all the promos that they were airing before and after the Christmas movie is thank you, be with your family on this day where we celebrate. I mean, and it was so weird because we don't hear any of that.
No, not at all.
100% happy holidays now. Back then, and this is only 40 years ago, it was Merry Christmas and celebrate the birth of Christ, and it's just such a different culture.
So again,
now.
The station manager or the owner of the TV station,
he was either the manager or the owner.
That is insane. Like I'm just trying to,
because no one would do that.
Just
now.
Don't think about that now. I mean, I would never expect that on any kind of
even though that's what Christmas. Yeah, even though that's what Christmas is about. Nobody talks about it.
I was even saying today, I was listening to some Christmas music, and then I switched to my own playlist, and I said out loud, the reason why I switched it was because I don't like when my Christmas songs are too religious, which is so opposite of like exactly what's going on. But it's just
the Christmas carols, the old school ones, I like. I like.
I do too.
Adestis
I like
Fidelis
them.
And stuff.
But there's just certain ones where I guess I can't explain it. Maybe they were just really slow versions or something.
Silent Night, that's a beautiful song.
You know what it is? I think it was newer artists covering those classics, and I didn't like that.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah. I don't do the Burl Ives. That's Burl Ives' song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's you can't do that. I don't want to hear Kelly Clarkson do.
No, but I do like Baby It's Cold Outside from Elf. I like that remake.
I don't like that one. I don't like their voices together.
Oh, you don't like Leon Redbone? Baby, it's cold
No, she's
out
like,
there.
baby, it's cold outside. She's got like a real indie voice, and he has like a traditional other kind of voice.
Which then she was in a band, She and Him, and they put out a Christmas album, and all those songs are like that. But I like her.
They all sound exactly the same.
Yeah, cute little voice. But I do enjoy that
bangs.
one. I like
I can
Elf.
hear her bangs.
Yes, you can hear them banging. Well, their sister was on Bones. Well, she was. But Leon Redbone, do you know that song, Jared? I mean, the famous one is
Absolutely.
Dean Martin and whoever the female is.
Yes, I do know that one.
But those songs, the Rat Pack guys, the 60s bands and stuff, all those are in the playlist. So needless to say, I am in the mood for Christmas.
I think there's a consistent theme going on today is that all of us are actually in the Christmas spirit at the same time. That's crazy. That doesn't happen very often because I know like last year, it took me a while, like maybe till December 15th or something like that. And then at that point, I started like, I'm like, okay.
And then you're rushing.
And then it's like a panic. But this year, I started kind of feeling it the week, I guess, before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what, Tina, let's go on and start getting some of the gifts. Let's
We're
start
in survival mode.
Let's
we need
let's start
something pleasant to be happening.
We're like
running in the background instead of what's normally running in the background.
Well, don't worry. It's going to be a fantastic Christmas. Everybody get your presents and stuff. Order them from Temu.
Well, you know what it was? I think what really started it was we saw all these sales like to go to travel next summer, and we're excited about that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these deals are unbelievable. And I'm like, well, we got to get them now. And then that started the trend of, well, we might as well go on and get for this niece. We might as well go on and get for this nephew. Might as well go on and get something for my dad. You know, you start going to the whole family. And then at that point, I'm like, you know what? I feel great. All these gifts, I feel like, are meaningful. And I collected a couple things from the summer, too, where I'm like, this is something that I know that this family member is going to like.
Well, save for a couple of gifts that I'm going to go buy in stores. I did 90% of my shopping online. Autumn, though, went another tact or went a different way, and I want to find out about that. So we'll talk about that. And also, you can leave us an open mic on the WSB radio app.
How do you like to spend Christmas on Christmas Island? How do you like to hang your stocking on a great big coconut tree?
Hey, it's Smilin' Mark McKay, and I'm so excited to be part of the 35th year of Clark's Christmas Kids. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk, and Scana Energy invite you to join us in making sure every child in Georgia gets a visit from Santa. This year, we encourage you to join Scana Energy employees by shopping on-site at any of the 3 Walmart locations for those who would like to shop in person or shop virtually. Either way, you'll be able to see the child that you're shopping for and what that child really wants from Santa. Join Clark, WSB Radio, and Scana Energy so that every child receives a gift this holiday. We really need you to help provide gifts for the thousands of kids in the Georgia foster care system. A special thanks to Scana Energy for years of partnership with Clark's Christmas Kids. For the 3 Walmart locations, dates, and times, or to shop online, visit clarkschristmaskids.com. That's clarkschristmaskids.com.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170 to claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now, 404-400-1170.
Are you starting to consider a new roof, but not sure if it's needed or what it might cost?
Tim Andrews, if you're going to impersonate Scott Slade, you might want to add a little bottom.
A little bottom to it.
A little bass, yes.
I'm working on that.
Well, you don't have to impersonate me. We're both here for FGA Roofing.
I know them.
FGA Roofing offers their free drone assessment. And you'll know if it just needs a fix, a rejuvenation, or a new roof. They'll quote you a price, and if you mention Scott Slade, they'll take $750 off the quote.
What about me?
Mention Tim Andrews, they'll take $750 off the quote.
That's $1,500.
If you mention both of us. And here's the best part. That quote is good for 1 year.
With your good credit, you can take advantage of their 000 offer. That's 0 down payment, 0 payments for 18 months, and 0 interest.
They offer all types of roofs, from architectural or any of the high-end roofs like slate.
Take the first step now and set up an appointment at FGAroofing.com. That's FGAroofing.com.
Or just Google FGA Roofing.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, a member of the Georgia House of Representatives facing federal fraud charges. Sharon Henderson is arrested today on 2 counts of theft of government funds and 10 counts of making false statements. U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says Henderson is accused of collecting over $17,000 of pandemic unemployment benefits after lying on her application about her work as a substitute teacher in Henry County.
She was alleging that she was unable to continue her employment because of COVID, but she hadn't worked at all in 2019, so the indictment alleges that she lied in order to obtain unemployment insurance benefits.
Henderson is a Democrat from Covington. She was first elected to the state house in 2020. A Fulton County poll worker is under investigation after officials say she scanned her ballot twice and voted for 4 family members who were not there. County Election Board Chair Sherry Allen says it happened during last week's runoffs.
It was reported immediately. We caught it, and we were able to take immediate action.
She says the worker was escorted out by police and no longer works for the county. Fulton County Police and the Secretary of State's office say the investigation is active. A man pleads guilty to the murder of a 77-year-old grandmother inside her gated Buckhead townhome community 3 years ago. A Fulton County judge today sentencing 26-year-old Antonio Brown to 2 consecutive life sentences with the possibility of parole. He apologized to the family of Ellen Bowles in court. The plea comes just as jury selection of Brown's trial was about to begin. This is good news for Georgia.
Unlike the last several years, Georgia is no longer on our list, our formal list of judicial hellholes.
The president of the American Tort Reform Association, Tiger Joy, says Georgia is still on the watch list because of some cases they are observing. The top 3 judicial hellholes this year are Los Angeles, followed by New York and South Carolina. It is 3:32 and time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, watching a little bit of volume in both directions of I-85 between Norcross and DeKalb. This is going to be between I-285 and Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Crash in Marietta, 75 southbound at Windy Hill Road, exit 260. Not blocking any of the through lanes of 75 south, but it is blocking the left lane of that exit ramp to Windy Hill. And we're also seeing brake lights start to fill in 285 westbound, the outer loop heading over to Cobb from Sandy Springs. Waves of volume from Georgia 400 over to I-75 in Truist Park. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Cloudy, drizzly, and breezy today, high 46. Clear and cold tonight as temperatures fall into the low 30s. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, high 49. Sunshine and warming up on Wednesday to the mid-50s.
Right now it's 48 in Lawrenceville and 48 in Dallas. It's 50 in Riverdale. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Spend your time with those who matter most this holiday season and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, and the best part, there's no stress. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With more than 14,000 five-star reviews, trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home without the hassle of putting it on the market. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There is no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we are here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
Pain has a way of stealing the moments that matter the most, especially during the holidays. Not just your knees, back, or shoulder. It's your time with family and friends. But in 2026, that could all change when your body remembers how to heal. It just needs a little help finding the way back. QC Kinetics here in Atlanta believes relief doesn't have to come from surgery or pain pills. They use your own body's natural healing abilities to repair and restore what's been lost, helping you move, live, and feel like yourself again. It's your body's comeback story, powered by the very cells that built you in the first place. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery, just your body remembering how to feel alive again. QC Kinetics delivers long-term relief. Finally, make the new year your turning point where pain stops defining you. Schedule your free consultation today. Now's a great time to use your HSA and FSA for treatments. Call 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026.
I see that the president is doing an economic roundtable today, so George will be monitoring that in case there's any gems and nuggets coming out of that.
He's going to, quote, fix the inflation that he inherited.
That's right. It was all Joe Biden's fault. Had nothing to do with the pandemic or anything.
But we'll get to that later. Autumn, we were talking about getting into the holiday spirit, which I am 100% on board with. I am in the holiday spirit, listening to the Christmas music, watching the old specials. I also watched over the weekend Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
What is that?
Well,
Mr. Magoo.
Do you know who Mr. Magoo is?
Yes, but I think
it's not Liam, or it's not Leslie Nielsen.
Okay, so Mr. Magoo, I think I saw the remake that came out in like the 90s, right?
It did, yeah. That was a live-action movie. It
Right.
was Leslie Nielsen from Airplane and Naked Gun.
Right, that's that, yes.
Yeah, no, the original Mr. Magoo was an animated show that probably can't be shown because he had a Chinese caretaker named Charlie. and I'm not going to do the...
His name was Charles, you know.
No, it was Charlie. Mr. Magoo is played by, or voiced by, Jim Backus, who was Mr. Howell on Gilligan's Island, which I'm sure you've seen.
Yes, I have seen Gilligan's Island.
Well, Lovey, oh, no. Mr. Magoo. Oh, Magoo. He was a guy who couldn't see. He was blind. So there's a lot of problems with Mr. Magoo. He was vision impaired, and he was a klutz, and then he had the Chinese guy in his house, which, again, I cannot do the
impression.
No, I used to, but you can't do that. He just called him Mr. Magloo.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so think about it that way. And so I'm there, Jared's there. Autumn, you were telling me that instead of doing the online shopping, you went the old school route and you found a mall that wasn't decrepit and full of, like, I don't know, health maintenance organizations and things like that.
I
So
did.
Tell us.
Yeah, so I've got two malls near me. One's in Annapolis and one is somewhere else. And I went to one of the malls and it was so busy. It was packed.
See, that surprises me.
I know. I was surprised also. Like, not really surprised because I knew that this mall was alive.
Uh-huh.
You know, this isn't a dead mall. But it does still have the stores in it that are also in a dead mall, you know, like the weird off-brand jewelry stores.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, like the as seen on TV stores, you know, like weird little stores. But it also has like a Coach store and, you know.
So they have real stores.
Real stores.
Well, what about like the little fragrance boots that are like, you know, in the middle of the
those are
hall?
always there too. Yeah,
okay, they're
sell,
still
like,
there. They
nails,
still
like
exist.
fingernail, like the, you know, press on nails.
Yes.
Well, see, what I miss about going to, when you go to Amazon, there aren't hot Israeli chicks coming up to you and rubbing lotions on your hands or,
excuse me.
Your wife will love this. It's beautiful. You know, that those kiosks
This
at
one
the mall.
guy was at the kiosk. He was in a suit.
Yeah.
And he was walking up towards, it was Joe and I, and we were walking, and he was coming up to me. He's like, "You dropped something." And I was like, "Okay."
And had you dropped something?
No, of course not. I
Yeah.
didn't drop anything. But that's the thing. He was like trying to stop me. It was like those people that are, you know, at the pyramids, like trying to sell you camel rides and stuff. That are trying to trick you.
Well, I've
or in
never been there.
France.
I didn't know they do that.
Oh yeah,
in Egypt,
all
that's
around
bad.
the pyramids, it's really, really
Okay.
bad. Like you can barely see the pyramids without being hassled. It's the same.
Oh, in Jamaica, when everybody's trying to get you to go on the watercraft, and then they kidnap you.
The worst is
Yeah.
the right around the Eiffel Tower in Paris. I mean, there are so many people that come up to you. You'll be sitting in the lawn looking at the Eiffel Tower, and people will come up to you and they're trying to sell you wine, they're trying to sell you keychains, they're trying to
It's
sell you all
not
this
just that;
stuff.
they're scammers. They have these people with clipboards, and they sort of say something in broken English, and it's like for charity, and you're supposed to just sign your name, and then
Okay.
you think that you're like in support of something, but then you've signed it, and then they demand money. It's just a scam.
You know, the only time I've ever seen the Eiffel Tower was when I was in Vegas. So that's the one. That's
I've
my.
never seen it in person.
That's
the American Eiffel
Yeah,
Tower.
that's the American Eiffel Tower.
Trump likes that one.
Oh, I love it. It's, we got to save Las Vegas. I'm going to buy off everything. I'm going to take care of everybody.
So,
But yeah, the mall was super crowded, and there were even lines outside of stores
Yeah.
because they were like police
See-
at the entrance of the stores to make sure people didn't like run out with stuff, you know?
that is so alien to me because it's been so long since I've had that experience. Now I
At a
did
mall, yeah.
At a mall, but I went shopping with Autumn once, I think in 2003, and of course, she probably saw the real me that day when we couldn't find a parking space, and I'm just angry. We're not going in here.
That is the worst feeling when you're driving
Yeah, but
around and around and around looking
And you
for a
start
park.
stalking people. You're like
Yeah.
slowly driving behind them, and they're looking at you.
I
and
hate
you're like,
that feeling.
Hi,
I
can I
hate
have
it.
your spot?
But
And
I
then they
would-
don't know where they are, so then they have to cut through 2 more aisles, and you've been spending all your time following them.
Yeah,
Walk
yeah.
slower, please. Walk slower so I can catch up.
But I just assumed those days were gone. You know, I drive by the mall near Tucker, North Lake Mall, and there's never any, but there's a Macy's there.
Man, North Lake was.
It
not
was a
doing so
jumping
great.
mall. It was a
No.
jumping mall, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
A what?
It was a hopping mall back in its day.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying even when I lived there,
Yeah.
back in, like I left in 2015,
Right.
and even way before that, maybe like 10 years before that,
Yeah.
that mall was dying. I'm surprised
Oh,
it's
okay.
even like structurally standing.
Well, no, they put medical offices in there, and there's places to eat, and they do have a Foot Locker.
Oh,
Can't have
the one mall near me that is not the mall I went to. It's not dying because it's in Annapolis and it's like a little bit of a tourist mall.
Uh-huh.
But in that mall, even they have a library
A library.
and a gym.
Oh wow.
In the mall.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
that's
that
kind of
makes
wild.
sense. That
But
makes
that's a
sense.
good reason
when
to
you're
get
done
people
working.
to go.
Yeah, when you're done working out, you can go shopping.
Yeah, go to the food court.
Yeah, no doubt.
Pig out and some
Pig out at the-
terrible Chinese
Or
garbage.
get some Sbarro.
Well, growing up for me, the mall was always a couple different places. There was the arcade, you know, the food court, which was everything was different. You had the one chain, you know, Friendlies, and then Sbarro maybe. You also had the Oriental gift shop, which apparently you would go in there, and it was you know, posters, you know, topless posters if you could find them.
Oh.
Nunchucks and ninja stars and knives. You
Like
know.
Spencer's used to be.
Well, yeah, well, no, they didn't have as much novelty in there, but you could be, you know, you're 12 years old, you walk in there with the money, you could walk out with a knife, a butterfly knife, or nunchucks.
See, the only place that I could get something like that as a kid was at the fair.
Yeah, you could get those at the fair. But
They
no,
weren't at
we
the
had the
stores.
store that had them. And then Spencer's we would go into, and then I would just look at all the dirty joke books and stuff like that. Going to the mall used to be fun.
It
It was
did.
an experience.
It
and then
absolutely did.
Santa was always at a mall. And
Yeah,
the
where does
lines-
Santa go now? Out of
Still at the
curiosity.
mall.
He's still at the
okay,
mall.
he's still at the mall. Okay.
There's just nobody there.
Oh, okay. Poor Santa.
It's
Go
just,
see
you
it.
know, when I was there, the Santa was there, and there were all these families with kids dressed up because they were going there to take pictures with
Right.
Santa. It really was like an old school experience of a mall.
I didn't know. I figured with all the trends moving to food halls that Santa now went to the food halls now instead of the malls.
The pop-up Santa shop.
But food halls aren't necessarily you're not going there with kids.
No.
You know, that's more of like a drinking, hanging out, meet your friends. What are we doing later?
I don't know. Millennials take their kids and their pets and everything else.
Yeah, you do see.
My cat wanted to go to this pop-up today.
Or like a brewery.
Yeah.
Breweries have definitely
I
become
brought
like
my snake.
they have become kid and pet havens, especially in the city of Atlanta.
We
Where
had my dad's celebration of life at a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just rented the whole thing and kicked everybody out and had a
And everybody
had a
got
funeral there.
trashed.
Yeah.
And he watched from heaven and went, "There's my girl."
We had Andy Griffith playing on the TV.
Andy, was that his favorite show?
Well, he watched a lot of Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
He
when
had
he
his
was
favorite
younger, or did he just watch it when he got older? Like, did he watch
Oh,
Matlock?
my
or
whole
they-
life he watched it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know growing up, probably. But yeah, we had his favorite shows on. It was almost like a museum because we made like poster boards with pictures and like we had his memorabilia on
Oh,
the
wow.
table with
Nice.
like his bracelets and like
Yeah.
his book of Lonesome Dove that I think he's read like 12 times. Stuff like that. It was an interesting thing. But
Well, so
yeah,
for
the
your
brewery's funny because when we first got there, it was full of kids and dogs.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Those are the new places that young parents take their kids to go hang
How
out.
else am I going to get drunk with this kid around?
Right, exactly, because babysitters
And then I
are so
gotta drive
expensive.
home, which is even more fun.
And then you got Christmas coming up, and so things are expensive with that too.
The Gen Zers aren't drinking. The group behind them drinks even less. So the phenomenon of the pet and the child around the booze, that's really a millennial phenomenon.
Oh, the best, Tim, is
because Gen X kids, unlike me, who had late in life, but in your 30s or whatever, if you had a kid back in the 2000s or the late 90s, you just drop them off at the grandparents' house, your parents' house, and then you went out and did your thing.
Right. And now that doesn't exist anymore. The best is when you go to, especially now, like, so you see people with all the Christmas pop-ups and everything. You see people go into these Christmas pop-ups, and you'll see the mom with like two babies attached, like one with their Christmas sweater on, baby in the front, baby in the back, and then oftentimes holding like a dog on a leash that has like a Christmas sweater on the dog, and then the dad's like trying to maneuver two strollers trying to get into the brewery and order a couple beers, and I'm like, that seems like a process to me. It seems like a lot.
We're driving back. We'll get him fixed in the car seat.
That is the thing.
That's a process.
You are going to get hammered at this place, but you brought your kids.
Well,
you
I
brought
know.
2 kids and a dog. Yeah.
I had a picture. My wife only had 3. She can drive back. She's good to go.
She's real good.
I just had a picture and everything. So where did you go to eat at the mall? Did you go to the food court, or did you go?
Yeah, I
did
went
they
to the
have
food court.
a Ruby Tuesday in there?
Oh no, they have like big time restaurants there, like a Cheesecake Factory.
Oh,
you know,
fancy.
And play, like the turtle, the green turtle.
We
That's
know
a
what
big
we
thing
do
here.
here at the Cheesecake Factory.
What?
We take Cisco stuff and gussy it up a little bit so it doesn't taste like the restaurant next door.
If you have the WSB radio app,
You have the WSB
all
app.
the notifications you
If
need.
you have the WSB app,
All the local and breaking news alerts you need.
Breaking news in Cobb County.
All in one place.
We'll send out an alert on the WSB
The
app.
95.5 WSB app.
Download it from your app store today.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier, the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging's LDCT body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual Imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
It's the end of the year. Time to look back and reflect. Look at all we did. But look at all the things we meant to do, but never actually did. After all those tipsy New Year's promises, you didn't join the gym. You didn't get around to reading War and Peace. And apparently, you didn't do anything about this garage door that's still not working right. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. A quick repair will get your garage door back in shape, no matter how much you eat. No crazy diets, just a smooth, quiet door going up and down like it should. And after all of your friends have bailed on their gym memberships, you'll have a garage door that works like a charm for several New Years to come. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and I'll throw in my copy of War and Peace. I mean, who am I kidding?
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. While everyone's focused on diet and exercise this new year, let's talk about the foundation of all health, sleep. Quality sleep strengthens your immune system, improves mental clarity, and helps regulate weight. Yet, we spend more time researching a TV purchase than our mattress. Your sleep affects every resolution you make this year. Visit the Original Mattress Factory and discover how the right mattress can support every health goal you've set for yourself.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. George Stein has been a personal and professional friend for decades. He literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. I trust him, and you can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Hi, I'm Dale with TrustDale.com. For over a decade, I've trusted America's Best Choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks. And with their 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, you can invest with confidence.
That's right, Dale. From the top of your roof to the curb appeal out front, America's Best Choice has everything you need for your home's exterior. With solutions designed to add beauty, durability, and value, we've got you covered. Upgrade with the highest quality, energy-efficient windows and special pricing on custom decks. Choose siding, doors, and fencing that blend beauty with performance. And now, America's Best Choice is raising the standard in roofing. Our proven installation process ensures flawless results and lasting protection. We only use premium, industry-leading materials backed by strong manufacturer warranties. Every roof is built with expert craftsmanship. No pressure, no gimmicks. Visit abcwind.com for your free in-home estimate. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust. Prices you can afford.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here. My friends at Rocco's European Garage once again stepping up for the 35th annual Clark's Christmas Kids, helping make sure every child in Georgia's foster care system wakes up with presents this Christmas. Thank you to the team at Rocco's European Garage.
Jared Yamamoto, our beloved executive producer and lead researcher, ended up going viral. And what were you? Went viral on Reels and TikTok, your social media platforms, for a video that I watched and found amusing. But how did it go viral?
I'm not happy about going viral
Yes,
for this
you are.
moment. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'll be honest with you.
You can't see the good with the bad.
It's.
Didn't you say blow this up on your thing?
You did, yeah.
Well,
you
Yeah,
wanted
so
it.
you wanted it to go viral.
All right,
It's okay.
I'll shut up and let you talk. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. I can understand why you would think that, Autumn. I'm just so frustrated that
he went to the Falcons game yesterday
I
at Mercedes-Benz.
Went to the Falcons game. Obviously, it was a huge weekend for Georgia sports in general. Kennesaw State was riding a high. Georgia winning the SEC championship. I'm like, you know what? Maybe the Falcons take care of business. I expected the Falcons to be competitive yesterday, but. And you know me, I never leave games early. Never Braves games, never Hawks games.
You don't even leave concerts early. I'm the one that does that.
I don't leave events early because I feel like it's disrespectful to the artist to leave early for a concert
And the team.
and disrespectful to a team to leave early. And I was so disgusted with how the Falcons came out in the second half. It was tied going into halftime. It was a 6-6 game, and within 5 minutes in the third quarter, the Seahawks were already up by 2 scores. And had just gotten an interception on the Falcons. So I said, Tina, I need to get out of this building immediately. I am disgusted with this team and anybody else in the fan base that is a true Falcons fan. Until they make changes from the top to the bottom, they should start boycotting the team. This is ridiculous what's happening there. I'm not happy with this
Well, it was sort of an embarrassing game. I was watching it on a different TV. I was watching the Bills and the Falcons at the same time. And I thought through most of the game that the Bills were going to lose. They were getting their butts kicked, and then typical Josh Allen magic and the snow, and it was in Buffalo and all that. But I was feeling terrible for the Falcons because that's a game they should have won.
It's not that we should have won.
They're a tough team. Seattle's a tough team, but they should have played them better. And to end up losing 37-9.
Yeah, 37-9 is unacceptable. Yeah. And there was this toothless yellow hair or green yellow hair. Yeah, he sounded just like that, Tim. Fan in front of me that just every time the Falcons kept messing up, he just kept saying, Falcons got a Falcon, right? And he kept looking back at me, and I'm like, dude, if you do not stop, I am going to get myself in trouble here.
Well, I wonder if there's a Seattle accent. There has to be. It's probably gone now. Like everyone. There has to be
it seems like a pretty neutral accent.
Like a Pacific Northwest type of accent. There's got to be.
And their stupid little chant that they were.
What's their chant?
They would go, Seahawks, Seahawks. So parts of the venue started doing that, which...
Well, they're not going to win a Super Bowl, so that's okay.
I certainly hope not, and it's frustrating when you... there was this one fan, for example, that walked up, and you see that guy sitting there, and he's making fun of this elderly gentleman who is a diehard Falcons fan, rocking his Falcons
Look
gear.
at the old guy.
And
What
he's
a loser for being old.
He's walking up with his cane, Tim,
Yeah.
with his cane up these steep stairs to go up where I am in the 300
Loser,
section.
get better legs.
And seriously, he may as well have been saying that. And I'm like, I hope we kick their ass just because of that. So I just
Look at the gimpy old fart. Yeah, the Falcons suck.
I'll never have any problems.
No,
But-
I'll never get old.
Yeah, seriously, I'll never get old. But I left and
Was the team playing poorly, and that's why it was frustrating?
Yes.
Besides all of the other, the
Just
other people.
Bad
it's
calling.
just bad calling.
Play
It-
calling.
And we've waited too long. Like, I mean, I don't want to get too much into the X's and O's because believe me, I could go on all day about it.
I don't want you to do that either.
I know. I get it,
This
boss.
is not a sport.
I get it. Just from an emotional standpoint, like I am.
What's
the-
more? Let me interrupt you.
Sure.
What's more disappointing to you as an Atlanta sports fan? The Falcons losing in typical fashion, or the fact that the committee didn't put Dale Murphy in the Hall of Fame today, which they should have. Dale Murphy belongs in the Hall of Fame.
I could say I'm equally outraged for both those. I think that Dale Murphy absolutely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Not even by numbers, but just the fact that he's Dale Murphy. He had good numbers.
Yeah, he had good enough numbers to be in the Hall of Fame, and Autumn absolutely
Great
agrees with
numbers.
that. But with
Look at them.
the Falcons,
Ones.
you
And
look
twos.
at the team that they have now. The expectations were so high. People expected us to win 10 games this year, and right now UGA has the same amount of wins in Mercedes-Benz Stadium that the Falcons do this season.
Well-
and I hate to get angry, but I'm just like
I
that's
know, but
ridiculous.
There's just bad decision after bad decision. Michael Penix wasn't a good choice. Obviously, that's probably that experiment is over. They're going to lose. Kurt, it's all X's and O's.
I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't so passionate about it. But I'm also like, you know how I am on the show.
Yeah.
I'm honestly kind of.
Well, you're a
too
booster.
I'm too positive on things.
Toxic positivity.
I have. You're right. Autumn brings up my toxic positivity, and so I was still kind of
she hates you.
in the back of my head believing that the Falcons could somehow pull this off, like somehow win 5 in a row. And of course, they don't. They look like absolute trash. And I never leave games, and that's why I left. And I had to post a video of my frustration of it, and
it went viral.
And it went viral on TikTok and Instagram.
You know, the difference between a Falcons fan and a Bills fan is you lost 2 Super Bowls, but there was enough space in between. When your team loses 4 in a row, like the Buffalo Bills did,
bless you
that's
guys.
like your dad leaving you at Christmas time 4 years in a row. Like he'll come back and then go, I'm out of here
A
again.
lot of pressure to put on sports.
But congratulations to the Kennesaw, what are they called? The Owls?
The Owls.
Yeah, they made it to the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Yeah, they sure did.
Is that played in Myrtle Beach? Or
It
is
sure
it just
is.
that Myrtle Beach paid for the name?
I know it is played in Myrtle Beach.
And Georgia Tech made it to the Pop-Tart Bowl.
That's right.
Pop-Tart.
Seinfeld loves that.
I'm going to be there. They're going to show my movie at halftime. And UGA, of course, won the SEC championship, defeating Alabama soundly. And they are going to be the Sugar Bowl. Who do they play in that game?
They will play the winner of Tulane and Ole Miss. So I think
They've already beaten Ole Miss. Ole Miss doesn't have a coach.
I think it will be Ole Miss. They end
And
up
it's
playing.
old.
And they're old.
And they're old, exactly.
Like that guy walking up with his cane to go
That's
watch.
right.
I know,
Yeah,
literally.
loser.
Falcons guy and then the toothless
Hey,
Seahawks
dude,
guy laughing at every play like that. It's like, dude, like this guy is a passionate fan coming out there. So what could have been
Yeah.
what could have
Gimping
been
his way up.
Seriously, what could have been an excellent weekend for Georgia sports turned out to just be a very good weekend for Georgia sports overall.
Jared, I am sorry for your Falcons, our Falcons, but hey, you went viral.
Not for the right reasons.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code AUTO for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code AUTO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code AUTO for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill up.
There's never a good time for your garage door to break.
Whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello at A1 Garage Door Service. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs. Because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. When your garage door stops working, trust A1 to get you moving again fast. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one. Each day at Ronald McDonald House Atlanta, we see caregivers walk through our doors with tear-stained faces, siblings with sleepy eyes from a long travel day, and the nervous yet brave smile of a child facing circumstances they can't yet understand. While these families are fighting for their children, we're here to help keep them strong. This is not just where they stay, it is where they're held. It is where they carry each other. Support families. Donate today at ronaldmcdonaldhouseatl.org.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story, a poll worker accused of double scanning ballots during last week's runoffs is under investigation in Fulton County. Here's a report all new at 4 o'clock.
Officials say the poll worker had assisted in previous elections in the county over the years, but last Tuesday she was seen double scanning her ballot, and later they discovered she voted for 4 family members who were not at the polling place. Fulton County Election Board Chairwoman Sherry Allen says the matter is now in the hands of investigators.
We are in the process of working with the Secretary of State and providing more information.
Allen says this incident shows their procedures for reporting issues are working. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
51 degrees in Atlanta. How much of a warm-up after a cold start tomorrow? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. There's good news for Georgia on this year's annual list of judicial hellholes.
There are a total of 8 jurisdictions on this year's list.
Unlike the last several years, Georgia is no longer on our list, our formal list of judicial hellholes.
But Tiger Joyce, president of the American Tort Reform Association, says we are, however, on their watch list. So how do you make the list?
The jurisdictions where we think that the system for for considering civil litigation simply are not carried out in a balanced way.
Los Angeles and New York top the list this year. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
The U.S. Attorney in Atlanta calls it shocking. A member of the Georgia House of Representatives faces federal fraud charges.
A federal grand jury has charged Representative Sharon Henderson with 2 counts of theft of government funds and 10 counts of making false statements. U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says Henderson lied to profit from an emergency program designed to help suffering community members during the pandemic. Henderson is charged with collecting over $17,000 of pandemic unemployment benefits to which she was not entitled as a result of false statements in her application and weekly reports about her previous employment in Henry County schools. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
A political action committee files a federal lawsuit on behalf of Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger challenging Georgia's campaign finance laws. Safe, Affordable Georgia argues the state's current system gives one candidate more speech rights than others because some candidates can raise unlimited funds through a leadership committee. The group says it's not asking the court to restrict anyone's speech, but to allow it to participate under the same rules as the 2026 primary approaches. Raffensperger is running for governor against other high-profile Republicans, including Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and Attorney General Chris Carr. A guilty plea today from a man who stabbed a grandmother to death in Buckhead 3 years ago.
The long-awaited trial date for Antonio Brown ends before the first group of jurors is even brought into court. The 26-year-old pleading guilty to 2022's murder of 77-year-old Eleanor Bowles. She was stabbed in her Buckhead garage before Brown, then homeless, stole her SUV, and since then he's undergone psychological evaluations before it was ruled he's competent to stand trial. Brown apologized to Bowles' family before learning his fate. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences with the possibility of parole. He won't be eligible for parole until he's in his mid-80s. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
The problem of housing affordability in Metro Atlanta is not going away. Almost 70% of homes on the market right now are considered unaffordable. Bankrate's Alex Gailey says it is slowly improving.
As long as we continue to see improvement in 3 big buckets, slower price growth, lower interest rates or more leveling off of interest rates, and then continuing to grow supply.
The median price for a home in Metro Atlanta right now is just under $400,000. The Smyrna Public Safety Foundation put smiles on the faces of 90 elementary school students today at their annual Shop with a Hero event. Smyrna Police Lieutenant Meredith Holt says each child got to spend $250 at a local Walmart.
They can pick out some clothes and necessities and, of course, the fun stuff, all the toys.
After the shopping, the kids were taken to Truist Park for lunch, cookie decorating, and a tour of the stadium. It is now 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Hey, good afternoon, Bill. Watching slow traffic through Hateville. Crash 75 southbound right under those 285 bridges in Clayton County. I think it's been impacting the center lane. That's why you're stacked up as you leave Central Avenue, the Porsche Avenue area, so look out for that. If you're traveling I-85 and northbound into Gwinnett County, it's starting to slow, leaving 285, all that merging madness, trying to get up to Jimmy Carter Boulevard, and then a second slow zone, 85 north between Old Peachtree Road and I-985. Checking the ride through downtown Atlanta with the help of Sky Smith.
Oh, yeah, we're having a slow roll. Connector southbound, you're backed up starting at 400. You're going to begin to see some relief just past I-20. Now, northbound, you're going to start hitting those brakes at University Avenue, freeing up once you get to around Georgia Tech. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Mostly cloudy, breezy, and cool today. High 46. Clear and cold tonight, lows in the low 30s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 49. Sunshine and warming up to the mid-50s on Wednesday.
Right now it's 49 in Roswell and in Douglasville. It's 47 in Fayetteville. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Our life together is so precious.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Eric is out today, but all the doctrinaires are here. And you hear that song. That song is called Just Like Starting Over from the John Lennon and Yoko Ono album Double Fantasy, which was a huge hit, I guess, in the late part of 1980, maybe mostly in the early part of 1981. And why did we open the show with that? Because today, we don't normally do these types of things, but today is the 45th anniversary of the assassination of John Lennon in New York City. And I'm the only one on the show, Eric's not here, I'm the only one on the show that was alive when that happened. Unless you were, George, were you born before 1980?
Not that I can remember.
No, so
George is an old soul, though.
He is an
Not
old
that I
soul.
can remember.
Not that he doesn't remember when he was born. None of us really do. But not a lot of people were made aware of it until the nightly news, but if you were watching Monday Night Football, which was the Dolphins versus the Patriots, you heard this.
Yes, we have to say it. Remember, this is just a football game, no matter who wins or loses. An unspeakable tragedy confirmed to us by ABC News in New York City. John Lennon, outside of his apartment building on the west side of New York City, the most famous perhaps of all of the Beatles, shot twice in the back, rushed to Roosevelt Hospital, dead on arrival. Hard to go back to the game after that news flash, which in duty bound we had to tell you. Frank?
Indeed it is.
Yeah, Frank Gifford. Indeed it is. Let's get back to the football game. Howard Cosell loved John Lennon, and Lennon loved Monday Night. He loved American football. In fact, I think he stopped by Monday Night Football booth a couple of times. And would
did he
hang out.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You can find that on YouTube as well.
Did he have like the Lennon cast or something like that before it was a thing?
Yeah, he had. It was a podcast. He was an influencer. Perhaps the most influential of all the Beatles.
Yeah, it's like,
Well, back then he lived in America.
Right.
But 45 years, and I didn't find out about it until the next morning, and I was sad. And Eric being 5 years older than I am, he was well into the Beatles, loved the Beatles. I was just starting to get into them. My mom had the soundtrack for A Hard Day's Night, and then she had the first American release, which I believe was called Meet the Beatles. Mm-hmm. She had those records, and I always asked her, why didn't you have any more albums after that? And she goes, well, they got weird. So I think she was a little too young for the hippie movement or whatever, but she was an Elvis fan and Bobby Vinton and all weird music like that. But there's a weird connection between the Atlanta Metro and Mark David Chapman, who was the man that assassinated Lennon. Aside from the Catcher in the Rye and being crazy and all that weird stuff, he was raised in Decatur. He went to Columbia High School in Decatur. He ran away and was homeless in Atlanta for a little while, and then he became a born-again Christian. He started volunteering. He was a YMCA summer camp counselor. He taught swimming. They called him Nemo. That was his nickname. This is a terrible bit of trivia, but because they were illegal in New York State, he bought the hollow point bullets he used for the assassination in Georgia. So there you go. But he's still in jail. I think whenever they do the parole hearings, there's always somebody there to make sure that he doesn't get out. So hopefully that'll continue when Yoko passes away. Sean will go there and go, no, don't let him out. He can stay there. He can stay there. He doesn't need to go back to wherever he came from. But
is there a reason, I don't know anything about his, mental state.
But he was mental, yes.
Right. I know. Was there any information about, what was going on with him, what he had done before that?
You mean aside from being programmed by the CIA to assassinate Lennon?
Oh, well, yeah, besides that.
Of course.
What do they say?
MK Ultra'd him. They found a loner, a loser, a guy with troubles, and they put Catcher in the Rye, which is a boring book, into his hand.
Take that back.
Take it back. When's the last time you read that book?
Like a couple weekends ago, I opened that, but I didn't read it all the way through. But that's a great book.
Yeah, the kid is a jerk.
I mean, he's a jerk, but he's kind of.
He's like, all he does the whole book is bitch.
Yeah, but it's
phonies.
Interesting.
It's an interesting book. When you read it when you're 17 years old, it's much different than when you read it when you're 40, which is the last time I read it. You ever read that book, Jared?
Yeah.
I did read it. I read it in high school. So
yeah,
it was a long time ago.
Holden Caulfield is a jerk.
I didn't love it, but it was. I'm kind of on Tim's side a little bit, George. I thought that he was kind of a jerk to the people
I'm not
around
saying
him.
he's not a jerk. I think it's a good book.
Oh, it's a great book.
It's a great representation of somebody that feels that way.
Everybody's a phony. Yeah. But he's a privileged little schmuck.
Yeah, but sometimes the world, it does feel like it's you against the world when you're 17.
Yes, I know. That's everybody. So I guess it grasps that. But again, the kid was privileged and all that jazz. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. It's a sad thing if you love the Beatles. I was always more into Lennon than I was anybody else. As I got older, I'm like, well, he was kind of a jerk too. Didn't deserve to be assassinated. Nobody does. And rest in peace forever and ever. And we'll never forget him because we have this time of year, you're going to hear that Christmas song over and over again. Happy Christmas, War is Over. You're also going to hear the lesser Beatle Christmas songs. Starting with, what is it?
Oh, Paul McCartney? Simply Having a Wonderful...
Yeah, that one.
I don't hate that song. I really don't. It's not my favorite.
Don't either. I
do.
like it.
I don't like that part at the beginning. The brown.
It's a little, but it's only there for 5 seconds, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm into the song now.
I'm really getting into Ringo's I Want to Be Santa Claus. So when we go to break, see if you can find I Want to Be Santa Claus.
Will do.
That is a great song. And then George has some weird one like Christmas in Nepal or some crazy. Christmas with the Dalai Lama. Om, om, om. What else do we have, Jared? What were we going to go to next?
Well,
the Golden Globes or Netflix?
I had Netflix in front of me here because Netflix, over the weekend, it looked like they were going to be the ones that were going to buy Warner Brothers. But now there has been a hostile bid from Paramount where they're going to go, looks like over $25 billion more to take over Warner Brothers. So going into the weekend, I know doing my nightcap on Saturday, I'm like, oh, it looks like it's a done deal. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, wow, I mean, that's mean, $25 billion more is significant. I could understand why Warner Brothers would want that instead.
Well, I think we're eventually going to just have one media company.
Yeah.
That's going to be it.
Paramount was that David Ellison that just bought all the
Yes.
CBS stuff.
Right.
That's right, yeah.
So he's getting everything.
But the Netflix deal is what they offered, $83 billion, right? But they don't get the cable companies. So CNN would get spun off to whoever would buy that. Who knows who would buy it? I mean, maybe they'd be standalone. I don't know that they could survive without that kind of money. But it was just to get all that IP that they have, and they have a ton of IP, especially if you get the HBO Max stuff. And so Netflix looked like they were positioned to get it, and now $30 a share, $108 billion being offered in, like Jared said, a hostile takeover bid. They would buy it all, so Paramount would have everything, and I think that's a little too much, don't you?
I think so personally. I think it's too much.
And how do you compete against that? If you're okay, I'm going to start a media company. I'm going to do movies and I'm going to do animation, and I'm going to get out there. You can't compete.
I'm going to start an LLC, Tim. That's what I'm going to do.
That's what you're going to do. You're going to run out and start an LLC.
Call myself Dream Studios.
We can't do that. You get sued by DreamWorks. I don't know.
Or brand confusion.
Who even owns them? But it just seems like these are monolithic. And Trump was at something over the weekend with the Kennedy honors where he said something about, well, I think, do you have that clip?
I've got it right here.
What about Netflix and Warner Brothers? Well, that's got to go through a process, and we'll see what happens. Netflix is a great company, and they've done a phenomenal job. Ted is a fantastic man. I have a lot of respect for him, but it's a lot of market share. So we'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see what happens. It's a lot of market share. Plus, Stranger Things. At 11, she looks like she's 40, right? She's 11 going on 41, and I don't know, maybe come up with a new show. You get all that IP. You're going to go to Netflix. You're going to watch The Sopranos. What are they going to do? Are they going to make Sopranos sequels? Are they going to make more prequels like that horrible? Did you see it?
I've got a take on what I think Netflix is trying to do here.
What are they trying to do?
There was a story that dropped today that they were almost thinking about buying EA. WB owns a ton of video games, video game IPs. I think we're going to see the launch of Netflix gaming, streaming gaming.
They have them
I think that's coming.
They have them on their.
I know that they've got like
platform,
things where you use your phone as a controller. I've never actually. I haven't
I
had
just
Netflix
noticed
in years.
I
but-
just noticed this morning when I was watching something on Netflix this morning. I started something, and I'll get to that in a second. But they have Red Dead Redemption and all these games that are console games that you can play on your phone.
That's okay. That's pretty crazy. So I think that's where they're.
That
I
is
think
that
that's
is smart.
Maybe where they're going.
So if they get that and they get the IP, I'm rooting for Look, if you got to root for the billionaire, I root for the Netflix people over
Why is that?
Paramount. Well, I don't want Paramount. Paramount has a studio. They own everything. I don't think that they need to have Warner Brothers. I would rather have something that doesn't have a lot of IP other than, what you're familiar with.
I would like to see Netflix, if your take is true there, George, what I would like to see Netflix do is instead of putting everything video game-wise through the phone, actually develop a controller. I'm a console gamer, and I know for the PC gamers out there, they get very up there.
I think they're going to try to compete with. I don't know if you know about Steam, but Steam is big for PC gaming.
yeah.
You can use whatever controller you've got. You just plug it into the computer. So I imagine Netflix would go for a similar model where that you just plug in whatever controller you've got and you play it on your TV.
Well, I was watching this morning. I started watching Frankenstein, the movie that Eric absolutely hated. Jared gave it mixed reviews. I'm halfway through because it's a long movie, 2 hours and 20 minutes or something.
It's a long one.
I love it. I think it's visually cool. It has a lot of bright colors. I love
What was Eric's complaint with it?
that it looked fake, too much CGI.
Oh, how does that feel to you?
Well, Eric made a point it looked like a Marvel movie at the beginning because it starts, they're stuck in the ice, the ship is stuck in the ice,
Right.
and the monster is throwing these sailors around, but the monster is strong.
Yeah, the opening scene is a little, in what Eric brought up, it's a little ridiculous when you watch it. It is kind of like people should be killed in these moments when they just kind of, they're not.
Well, they
killed.
are dead. They end up dying.
A lot of them, yes.
Yeah.
But I think where Tim's going with this is that over time, like after you get past that moment, the film does kind of level out and it does portray the story pretty well.
Interesting character studies. I love what's his name? Christopher Waltz, is that his name?
He's in that?
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
That makes me want to watch it now.
Yeah,
I just watched Inglourious Bastards yesterday for the billionth time.
8 millionth time. Yeah, I love that movie.
Me
Hey,
too.
let's check in with Alex Williams. Say hello to him on this Monday. He says there's better news on I-75 in Clayton County.
Hey, good afternoon, Tim, Jared, and Autumn. Yeah, that crash we had in a center lane, 75 south, right underneath I-285. Looks like that has cleared out of the roadway. All lanes are back back open, but the slow traffic will stay in place for the afternoon between Hateville and Forest Park. Picked up trouble on the west side outer loop in the College Park area. It is police activity in the right lane, 285 southbound past Camp Creek Parkway, exit 2. You slow back at Langford Parkway. Before that, the 285 southbound brake lights find you from South Cobb Drive down to I-20, the West Freeway. How's I-75 looking northwest of town, Sky Smith?
Oh, I-75 northbound, we're stop and go between South Marietta Parkway to Canton Road. And just get ready to tap on those brakes on your ride from Kennesaw up to Ackworth. This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Blindster Cyber Week sale is here. Save up to 50% now on all custom blinds, guaranteed to fit and price lower than big box stores. Hurry, this sale ends soon. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When we came up with the idea for Clark's Christmas Kids 35 years ago, I told myself we were going to help every foster child across the state. But we need your help. To find out how you can make a child's Christmas wishes come true, visit WSBRadio.com.
A special thanks to our friends at Scana Energy, Rocco's European Garage, and Finlay Roofing for their continued support of Clark's Christmas Kids.
Are you starting to consider a new roof, but not sure if it's needed or what it might cost?
Tim Andrews, if you're going to impersonate Scott Slade, you might want to add a little bottom.
A little bottom to it.
A little bass, yes.
I'm working on that.
Well, you don't have to impersonate me. We're both here for FGA Roofing.
I know them.
FGA Roofing offers their free drone assessment. And you'll know if it just needs a fix, a rejuvenation, or a new roof. They'll quote you a price, and if you mention Scott Slade, they'll take $750 off the quote.
What about me?
Mention Tim Andrews, they'll take $750 off the quote.
That's $1,500.
If you mention both of us. And here's the best part. That quote is good for 1 year.
With your good credit, you can take advantage of their 000 offer. That's 0 down payment, 0 payments for 18 months, and 0 interest.
They offer all types of roofs, from architectural or any of the high-end roofs like Slate.
Take the first step now and set up an appointment at FGAroofing.com. That's FGAroofing.com.
Or just Google FGA Roofing.
Our family loves taking walks around the neighborhood to see everyone's holiday decorations. And thanks to Scana Energy, we always have a warm home to come back to where we can deck the halls and spread holiday cheer in the perfect temperature. Find an option that's right for your family with Scana and save up to $100 when you sign up. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
The holidays are here, friends, so let my friends at Publix help you save money by shopping the buy one, get one deals every week. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. BOGOs galore at your neighborhood Publix supermarkets. Check out the BOGO deals before you shop, by the way. Expert tip. You can find the weekly ad online at Publix.com or in the Publix app. My favorite experience at Publix are the BOGOs. Free item must be of equal or lesser value, of course. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Finding trustworthy people to properly fix your septic system can seem hopeless. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic. Don't give up hope. Just read some of our 5-star reviews. Your neighbors know my trustworthy team will solve your septic problems on the spot.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic. Never a pump out charge with your repair. Get a free quote at ScorpionSepticServices.com.
ScorpionSepticServices.com.
Spend your time with those who matter most this holiday season and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our guaranteed offer is the strongest in the industry. You can sell your home stress-free, make the most money, and move when you're ready with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Don't ask me. When I say something 5 minutes ago, I forget it immediately.
We all did.
I don't remember the song. It wasn't a Lennon song, though. Do you remember, Autumn? I said, hey, find that song, see if we can play it.
Oh, wasn't it the Paul McCartney Christmas song?
No. It was Ringo's I Want to Be Santa
That's
Claus.
what it was.
So if you can find that, we'll go out
go.
with it. Geez, Frankenstein, we were talking about before the break, and how much I enjoy it. Jared, middle of the road.
Yeah.
Eric absolutely hated it. I encourage you to watch it. It's just visually cool. If you can stomach CGI, which, I watch everything on my phone, so it looked fine to me. But it did get nominated. There had a couple nominations for Golden Globes, and Wicked 2 completely shut out.
I know. It got snubbed, and people, I guess the Wicked
Just
heads.
came out.
Oh, I know.
Well, but so I think the way the
For
Golden
Oscar season, for award season.
the way that it works is I think anything up to this point can now be, I guess, counted into next year's Golden Globe. So,
Yeah.
and people are upset that Wicked 2 did not get any nominations. I brought it up many times here on the show. I know how the play goes in the second half. Not my favorite second half to any play.
Yes.
So I get why it didn't do as well. But then they have that new podcasting category. And for Rogan not to be on there, Tim, I mean, I know you listen to a lot of these podcasts. I'm like,
I don't listen to any of these.
How in the world did Rogan? He's like the number one podcast in the world. I don't understand.
The thing about Rogan is, first of all, he won't care. I mean, say what you want with him, whether you like him or whether you dislike him.
Right.
He doesn't care about these things. I don't care, Jamie. Oh, wow. No, the best podcast category, which I didn't even know they had.
This is new. It's brand new.
Okay. Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. All right.
Oh, wow. That's interesting because there's been some controversy with him.
Why?
I don't remember. I just remember something happening where it was like, oh, no.
he relapsed.
He likes money.
Oh, and I think his relationship with, I think that people were talking about, what's her name? Kristen?
His wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah. Well, just that like she was sort of complicit in his behavior and like it wasn't just that he relapsed. It was some other stuff too about like how he was talking about people in general. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, Kristen Bell is his wife.
Kristen
yes.
Bell.
Thank
And
you,
they
yeah.
were on the brink. I remember what you're talking about, Autumn, because they were on the brink of divorcing. And there were a lot of rumors about that, but then they ended up staying together.
Oh, wait, Baton.
And yeah, I mean, I've listened to this. I don't think it's that good.
I can't. Call Her Daddy, which is one I've never heard of.
Okay,
That's
I mean, I've
actually a
heard
really
of
good
it, but
one.
I've never listened to it.
I've only watched clips of it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I've watched like if I like it, then I'll watch all of the parts, where you have to go to their page. You have to go through each one.
Good Hang with Amy Poehler is a pretty
It's a
good
great
podcast.
one.
The Mel Robbins podcast, I don't know who that is. Smartless, which is Jason Bateman and who else? There's a couple other people on it. Jason Sudeikis.
Will Arnett.
And Jason Sudeikis, right?
No, it's the
Oh,
guy
it's
from Will and Grace.
Will Arnett. Okay, yeah, I know. No, I was confusing too. And then Up First from NPR. But listen, sometimes the Golden Globes does put popular things in there, and I think it's political that Rogan's not in there. The other one that freaked me out, the best performance in stand-up comedy on TV.
Oh, God.
Now this one is great. First of all, two of them haven't even come out yet. Bill Maher, is anyone else seeing this? Brett Goldstein, who the second best night of your life. Brett Goldstein, the surly soccer player from Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Hart acting my age. Kumail Nanjiani's Night Thoughts. Ricky Gervais Mortality and Sarah Silverman Postmortem. I think there were probably 50. No, it looks like there's about 70 comedy specials that came out, and a lot of them, I imagine, are funnier than those.
It has to be. I mean, Kevin Hart, in my opinion, hasn't been funny in about 10 years.
Well, you got Bill Burr, Chris DiStefano, Ari Shaffir, Roy Wood Jr., Tom Green, Dusty Slade. Tons of people put these comedy specials. So I don't know how they choose these things. Oh, better talk about traffic, right?
That's right.
Alex Williams says there is police activity on 285 in College Park.
Yeah, Tim, watching this on the jam cam, right lane taken out, 285 southbound, the outer loop below Camp Creek Parkway, exit number 2. It's stacked up that ride as you leave Langford Parkway, trying to make your way down to 285 or I-85. Over into Cobb County, brake lights are filling in as well, 285 south into through Tucker, leaving I-85. Speaking of, how is I-85 looking toward Gwinnett County, Sky Smith?
Well, I-85 northbound, once you get past I-285, you're going to start to see some volume. You're going to be easing up at Beaver Ruin Road. And get ready for the brake lights to surface at Sugarloaf Parkway, freeing up right before you get to the I-85-985 split. Get the BOGOs before they go. Shop the latest buy one, get one free deals at your local Publix shopping market. These deals won't last long, so stop by today. Free item must be of equal or lesser value. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It's time to renovate your home and you've got designs in your head, but will they pass code? Hire Sketchhouse Architects before you call a builder to make sure your design is up to code and zoning compliant. Hi, I'm Richard Taylor, architect at Sketchhouse. We're going to make this easy to get your ideas on paper, and Sketchhouse will connect you with multiple builders to bid on your job through the Sketchhouse Builders Network. You're going to save thousands of dollars with Sketchhouse Architects. We're going to make this easy for you. Go to sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, H-A-U-S, sketchhouse.com.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
It's the end of the year. Time to look back and reflect. Look at all we did. But look at all the things we meant to do, but never actually did. After all those tipsy New Year's promises, you didn't join the gym. You didn't get around to reading War and Peace. And apparently, you didn't do anything about this garage door that's still not working right. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. A quick repair will get your garage door back in shape, no matter how much you eat. No crazy diets, just a smooth, quiet door going up and down like it should. And after all of your friends have bailed on their gym memberships, you'll have a garage door that works like a charm for several New Years to come. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and I'll throw in my copy of War and Peace. I mean, who am I kidding?
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, a Georgia lawmaker is facing federal fraud charges.
The FBI arrested Georgia State Representative Sharon Henderson. She's been charged with theft of government funds and also a number of false statements with respect to unemployment insurance benefits.
U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says it's shocking a public official would allegedly lie to profit from an emergency program designed to help people who are suffering. Henderson is accused of collecting over $17,000 of pandemic unemployment benefits. Henderson is a Democrat from Covington. She was first elected in 2020. It is 50 degrees in Atlanta. Lows near freezing tomorrow. Will we reach 50 by the afternoon? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Georgia is no longer considered a judicial hellhole, according to the American Tort Reform Association's annual list. The president of the association, Tiger Joyce, explains why.
The enactment of significant legislative reforms, legal reform proposals this past year have been a catalyst for having us remove Georgia from the list.
But he says Georgia is still on the watch list because of some cases they are observing. The top three judicial hellholes this year are Los Angeles, followed by New York and South Carolina. A Fulton County poll worker is under investigation after she's accused of double voting. The investigation also reveals she voted for 4 family members who weren't there. Fulton County Commission Chair Rob Pitts reassures voters their elections are secure.
The good news here is that our elections, the processes that we have in place,
they work.
This happened in last week's runoff in Fulton County. The worker was escorted out by police and no longer works for the county. Fulton County Police and the Secretary of State's office are investigating. A teenager is identified today as one of 2 victims of a double homicide in Gwinnett County last week. The victims' ages 17 and 28 were located in a car near Harbins Road on Friday. Gwinnett police say they were shot following an argument with 54-year-old Xavier Ruiz. He's also accused of stabbing another man who has life-threatening injuries before fleeing the scene. Ruiz was later arrested in Springfield, Tennessee. Good news for your holiday road trip. Sherry Preston reports gas prices nationwide now average less than $3 a gallon for the first time in 4 years.
Gas tracker Gas Buddy says on average nationwide, the price of gas is 7 cents a gallon cheaper than last year and 17.5 cents cheaper than last month. The price of diesel also falling, averaging $3.59 a gallon. Gas Buddy says barring any major disruptions, prices are likely to stay relatively low into the new year.
Gas prices in Georgia now average $2.79 a gallon. A growing danger on the roads. Jeff Gilbert reports many drivers are ignoring recalls, which could be deadly.
About 22% of vehicles that have recently been recalled for non-deploying airbags have not yet been fixed. A Wall Street Journal analysis found 12 people have died because of that. Government safety officials say they can order a car maker to issue a recall, but they cannot order an owner to comply.
A new poll by the American Psychiatric Association finds more than 40% of adults in the U.S. expect to feel more stress this holiday season than last year. Clinical psychologist Carrie Ditzel says in order to help your mental health, you may have to cut out some things.
Do a little more pick and choosing of what you're participating in or what you're giving to or who you're buying for. Weigh how much benefit it's going to give you. You might find the holidays are joyful again.
Nearly half also say they are worried about affording or finding holiday gifts. Governor Kemp and First Lady Marty Kemp today lighting the Capitol Christmas tree inside the rotunda.
3, 2, 1. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Governor Kemp says lighting the tree marks the start of a busy season for many, but it's more than just that.
It's also a reminder of the meaning of the season, the birth of our Savior, and good overcoming evil.
The 26-foot red cedar tree was donated by a family in Lindale, Georgia. It is 4:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, watching a big jam on the I-75 southbound express lanes. I think there might be a crash in those express lanes in Henry County before you get to Hudson Bridge Road. Either that or it just cleared because traffic's starting to move again right where I thought it was, so we'll keep an eye on that. If you're traveling 285 southbound, the outer loop on the west side between East Point and College Park, that's stacked up from Langford Parkway with that police activity below Camp Creek Parkway exit 2. That has been blocking at least one right lane there. We're also watching the slow ride through downtown with the help of Sky Smith.
Oh yeah, it's getting jammed up. Connector southbound is starting to get packed with volume at Northside Drive, and you are slowing down at Lennox Road on 400 all the way down to I-20. In northbound, you're going to be hitting those brakes at University Avenue and freeing up once you get around Georgia Tech. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Becoming partly cloudy for this evening. Some areas of fog possible through early tomorrow morning. Lows near freezing in the low 30s. Tomorrow afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds, high 49. Partly cloudy and trending warmer on Wednesday with highs in the mid-50s.
49 in Tucker, 46 in Villa Rica, and 48 in Peachtree City. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Cooler temperatures mean planting time. Ashley Frasca for NG Turf, Atlanta's premium sod supplier. NG Turf offering Rebel Supreme Fescue and now Sunbelt and Southern Blue. Bluegrass blends that are cold hardy and keep their deep green color year round. Shop at ngturf.com.
Hi, I'm Andy, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a product development manager, I make sure every piece of fine jewelry at Shane Company is meticulously designed for quality. From 14-karat gold chains, pearl necklaces, diamond studs, and of course, dream engagement rings. We know you can get your holiday gifts anywhere these days, but knowing your loved one's gift was crafted by master jewelers? It's a difference everyone can see and feel, no matter the price. All of our fine jewelry begins with a vision by our in-house designers. Then, we ensure each piece meets our high-quality standards every step of the way, including the smallest details. It's why our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive, free lifetime warranty that covers everything and doesn't cost a dime. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry to be nothing short of perfect. Come see for yourself. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
George Stein literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. Let him represent you. GeorgeStein.com.
Properties come in all shapes and sizes, and so do foundation repairs. Mark Beckham here. It could be new construction, a big house, a small house, or your commercial property. Anyway, you need the leaders in foundation repair to handle it. Get your free estimate at atlantaramjack.com.
'Tis the season. Have you gotten your flu shot? At All Care, our experienced flu specialists are dedicated to providing comprehensive and personalized care, from vaccines to testing to treatment. And you can walk right in to any of All Care's 15 Atlanta locations and access our unique combination of primary and immediate care under a single roof. For flu season and beyond, say goodbye to waiting for the doctor and say hello to All Care, a proud member of the Piedmont Clinically Integrated Network.
This is that Ringo Starr song, Autumn. Have you ever heard it? I Want to Be Santa?
No, I have not heard that.
Turn it up, George. Now, Santa doesn't get all the toys. He delivers them. Come on, Ringo. Oh. Okay, yeah, you can fade it out. Slowly,
wow, so talented.
Slowly overtaking the Paul McCartney song.
No way.
in the pantheon
The mood is
of.
up.
No, come on, that's better than
The
that
time
song.
is here.
I want to be Father Christmas.
No way.
No, it's not good. The only good. Well, George has some weird ones. I think he has a Christmas song. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know any George ones.
Maybe we'll find that.
Do the Beatles have? I mean, they've got.
No, they never did a Christmas
Really?
album. No,
No, they have a Christmas song.
they do. I don't think so.
Wait.
I'm not a Beatles expert, and the Beatles expert is a tummy ache, so we don't know.
Well, I'm interim Beatles expert.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's something.
Yeah, well,
There's some
if you
Christmas
were,
something.
you would know.
Oh, it's like Happy Christmas. It's like they're saying something. They're on like the BBC tapes or something.
Singing or saying? Because that's
I think
not a
they're just
song.
saying
Well,
it.
if they're saying,
They're like
it's
wishing
not
a
a
Merry
song.
Christmas.
Well, listen, you really don't know what you're talking
I
about.
guess,
Much like
right.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, the yeah. complete idiot who I have a nickname for now, by the way. You want to hear it, Autumn?
Yes, I do.
Marjorie Taylor Brown, because when Green gets stressed, it turns brown.
Is he really calling her that?
He is, yeah.
Yeah,
Marjorie
What?
Marjorie
What's
Taylor.
the brown?
Because when green rots, it turns to
Yes.
brown.
That's right. When Green rots, it turns to
Okay.
brown.
Yeah, okay.
And he's
whatever.
now calling it
stretch.
rotten apple Marjorie. That's
She's
the
a
other one.
rotten apple. She fell from the tree. She's a rotten apple. Don't like her anymore. And this,
She's the apple and the Eve.
she is. She's
She ate
Eve.
herself.
She ate herself, and she's no longer relevant.
But this all comes from she was on 60 Minutes last night, right?
Yes, she was. And I think something that she said that I figured was going on behind the scenes.
Was it shut up that dog?
I'm sure that she said that, but along with that, one of the things
Shut
that
up, dog.
I figured when Trump first came onto the scene, I felt like a lot of people were like, "Oh, this run isn't serious. Like, there's no way that he's actually going to win the nomination." And she jumped on board quickly, like back in 2015.
A lot of people thought that.
Yeah, a lot of people thought it was ridiculous, right? And behind closed doors, she kind of talked about what was going on with other Republicans like that.
I think they're terrified to step out of line and get a nasty Truth Social post on them. Yes.
And they're watching what happened to you.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, do they talk differently?
Yes.
How?
Oh, it would shock people.
Well, let's shock people.
Okay. I watched many of my colleagues go from making fun of him, making fun of how he talks, making fun of me constantly for supporting him, to when he won the primary in 2024, they all started, excuse my language, Leslie, kissing his ass and decided to put on a MAGA hat for the first time.
Well, okay. I don't think that's atypical, yes?
I think she's right. I mean,
I think she's right, too, but it's
J.D.
not...
Vance was against him.
Again,
Marco
it's-
Rubio against him.
Because...
Yeah.
They wanted to launch all those tech
I know.
people wanted to launch DeSantis, and then they were into Nikki Haley, and then they were finally into Trump when it seemed like it was inevitable after the assassination.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, of course it was inevitable.
Attempt.
Even if he hadn't been... even if there hadn't been an attempt, he would have been the nominee because no one was coming close to him. But... forget the fact that he's Donald Trump. Forget the fact that he's the most polarizing president of our lifetime. Think about this. In 1980, when they were having the Republican primary campaign against Ronald Reagan being the front runner, having lost 4 years prior, challenging a sitting president named Gerald Ford, he ran against him and lost. So 1980, you had George H.W. Bush running against him. And everybody who ran against Reagan then called him an extremist, said he was going to turn the country into they called him a Nazi, just like they did every Republican ever since. But they did that to Reagan. And then after Reagan became president, in quite a large landslide defeating Jimmy Carter, they all kind of, circled the wagons and they love
he's
Ronald
wonderful.
Reagan.
Yes, he's great.
Well, then he went on to have a huge legacy because a lot of conservative things that hadn't been around a while were put back in, and a lot of things got, blah, 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 blah. But now we're in our era that we're in, where the guy doesn't do himself any favors because at any time he could just go nuts and type out a long screed that looks like Corey Feldman wrote it on Truth. And I'm not kidding. Corey Feldman with the all caps and talking like a child. That's how Trump comes across on social media, like a child, like petulant and angry. And you don't need to do that. He can just say it. Why?
Absolutely. And I think most people are not going to be watching 60 Minutes as it is. And
that's true, too.
If anything, you just gave Marjorie a much bigger platform. I think if you look at who's being more consistent from the beginning, I think she's being more politically consistent than he is.
I still don't like the things she said or the actions that she's performed.
You don't agree with her. You don't agree with her politically. That's okay.
Yeah, but you're right. She has been consistent, and if you're going it's almost like letting the free market do what it does, right? Yeah. Like if you believe in it, then go for it. But don't just believe in it now because that's the person you have to suck up to. It shouldn't work like that.
Now, they did ask her on 60 Minutes if she was going to run for anything. Do you have that?
I sure do.
I have zero plans, zero desire to run for president. I would hate the Senate. I'm not running for governor.
Okay, so that's big news. I figured that she was definitely going to run in 2028 for either the Senate seat here in Georgia, that'd be Warnock's seat.
Because we can't believe that somebody would voluntarily leave politics. I think she saw, and I can't put words in her mouth, and I don't know what her brain is thinking, but I think she saw how it works, the way that it works. If you disagree with the president, this current president, then you are destroyed. Then you're not MAGA, even though she has actual core beliefs of what she would like the country to be like.
Right.
As far as immigration, as far as this and that. So now she can go back and be a successful business owner. She's already been in Congress. She knows how to lobby and things like that. So I actually respect her. I respect what she has done. And, you'd not...
At least it's genuine. Even if
I get that
with
feeling from her. I get, I don't agree with... Who agrees with anybody?
I thought she was being really performative.
Yeah. So
that's what I thought, too.
Yeah, because wearing all of that MAGA stuff, and she was trying to confront Biden when he was walking out of his speech thing. It was just all right, what are you doing?
No,
Do you want the spotlight? But then
it turns out she believes it. Yeah, turns out she believes it. But he got mad at her, and then he got mad this morning because she was on 60 Minutes. But what was that other clip that about the Epstein file?
Oh yeah, this was the teaser to get you to watch the 60 Minutes special.
Did talk about the Epstein files, and he was extremely angry at me that I had signed the discharge petition to release the files. I fully believe that those women deserve everything they're asking. They're asking for all of it to come out. They deserve it. And he was furious with me.
What did he say?
He said that it was going to hurt people.
Well, it will, and there are a lot of people that I don't want to see hurt. In fact, we own the island now. The government owns it.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why don't you? I said, Marjorie Taylor Brown, why don't you come with me to the island and we'll bring your family or whoever you're having sex with now, bring them down there and
nice vacation, right?
Nice vacation. You want to? And she said no. She said, oh, I care about these people. Oh, she really cares. I mean, a lot of people could get hurt, like a lot of rich people who donate to my campaign, world leaders, people in the royal family.
There's plenty of yoga classes on the island too.
He's like a lot of people, and he puts two thumbs at himself to get real hurt.
Wink.
I said the wink out loud.
And I don't want anybody to get hurt. I think everybody knows that the Epstein thing is over. It's in our past, and I do believe that we have to work really hard. We have to work really hard to make sure that those victims are, silenced and can't go blabbing. Right?
Yeah.
So, Marjorie, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, why don't you hold on to that thought, because they're telling me I love him. I mean, who doesn't love Alex Williams?
Oh, he's a helpful guy.
He's a helpful guy, knows a lot about traffic. He wears nice hats. Alex Williams says 285 is jammed between East Point and College Park.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Yes, we are watching those delays, but a little bit better news here. That police activity was the reason for your holdup. 285 southbound, the outer loop past Camp Creek Parkway, exit 2. It has cleared. All lanes are back open, so the brake lights that start before Highway 166 will improve. Now, before you get down to that point, you're going to encounter the brake lights near Truist Park on 285 west or southbound. The outer loop from I-75 stays pretty slow down to I-20, that west freeway. How's 285 looking over in DeKalb County, Sky Smith?
Oh, lots of volume. I-285 southbound is seeing plenty of that volume from I-85 all the way down to Covington Highway. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the news matters to you.
Massive project at 285 and Georgia 400 has been a big improvement.
95.5 WSB has you covered.
The latest incident comes when a SWAT team is called after a suspect.
Your 24/7 news
They
source.
had no ties to a gang.
When you need the story, all you need to do is listen. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's breaking news station.
Insurance companies say they'll help. But after a car wreck, their story changes fast, without warning, without reason, and without accountability.
That's a game you can't afford to lose. We've studied their every move so you have every advantage. Our clients sometimes get up to 100 times the insurance company's first offer.
Get rid of the games. Get the strong arm. Call attorney John Foy and Associates today.
The holiday season is a time for joy, but for many of our neighbors in need, it can be a time of worry and uncertainty. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. This year, we're celebrating the season of giving by partnering with Must Ministries, helping provide food, shelter, clothing, and hope to thousands of local families in need. And you can help make a difference. When you purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle between now and January 2nd from any of our 21 Jim Ellis dealerships, we'll gladly make a donation to Must Ministries on your behalf. So while you're finding the perfect car, truck, or SUV, you'll also be giving the gift of hope, putting food on tables, toys under trees, and smiles on faces across our community. Get started today at JimEllis.com. Shop more than 5,000 vehicles and enjoy the convenience of the Jim Ellis Expressway, where you can start or complete your entire purchase online. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best. And from our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the Big Wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Well, like I was saying, Marjorie Taylor Greene, total loser. Go back to Georgia and run your business and work out and do all that crossfitting. You know, got no place here in Washington, D.C. I don't like you anymore. You're not my friend. Nah.
I know. You really went off on her, Mr. President.
Well, I mean, she's here right now. She could try to defend herself if she wasn't so stupid.
I just can't believe.
Maybe she went to the bathroom.
Maybe she did. She's exercising her right to be silent right now. That's
I'm
what it is.
sorry. I was on an important phone call with my insurance.
Oh, that's great.
Because now that I'm leaving politics, I got to get stuff up in line,
Yeah, well, you're not going to get. Look, you're going to get your. You stayed long enough to get your huge pension, right, of $10,000 a year.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Mama's got to bring home the bacon and fry it up in the pan.
Okay, yeah, we all remember that. Okay, you're terrible, and you're really,
Yeah,
what
I've
you
heard
are?
you say
You're
that
a
before.
Traitor. You're a traitor to
You
MAGA.
know who really is a traitor?
You.
You.
No,
No.
you are.
No,
I know what you are,
I'm
but what am
actually
I?
the only one who's loyal.
Yeah, well,
And everybody around you is a yes man or woman.
or them.
Or whatever.
Oh, that's very progressive of you, Mr.
Well,
President.
Of course, look, people can do whatever they like. I mean, I don't care. I don't judge. Whatever, as long as
Exactly.
you're competent and you
And
show,
loyal.
Judge,
you
okay.
show fealty to me, and you do whatever.
And I
else.
did.
Like if I came out tomorrow and I said I want everybody in the country to have universal health care, and all you got to do is show up, pay you like a $5.20, whatever, $25 or whatever, and you're all covered. You know what? Everybody would say I'm a rhino, and that's a liberal policy, and when in fact it's conservative to have the whole government pay for everything. That's that's MAGA.
Wait a second, Mr. President. What?
It is. It's MAGA.
That's very. That doesn't sound very conservative to me. But hey, you know what? In your
More
presence,
government.
what I've learned is that whatever you tell me, if you tell me it's conservative, then that's fine. I just follow. I just
Whatever
get my marching
MAGA
orders.
is what I say it is.
Exactly, and then
Or
my
isn't.
my job is just to march to the beat of your drum, sir. I just go
Yeah.
whatever direction you want me to go.
Do you know one thing I was very happy about today is that I managed to stay awake through the entire economic roundtable.
Wow, that's a big one.
Well, when it comes to the economy, I'm wide awake. I'm helping everybody. I mean, everything's coming down. All the prices are.
I wonder
everything's affordable, and gas is low. You can buy groceries. It's so cheap. I mean, just
all of
get
the
a
bad
discount
things.
card.
All of the bad things are because of Biden, right?
I mean, we inherited it, but I got the Kroger card. The
the
Kroger
Kroger Plus card.
The
Yeah.
Kroger Plus. So when I buy gas for my 7 or 8 year old car that I drive around that doesn't get really good mileage. I mean, let's face it. I use it and you get the discount. The more
very
you
good.
use it at Kroger every month, you get a great deal on your gas, right? If it's $2.80 and you get 20 off, it's
Absolutely.
great.
You strike me as a BOGO guy at Publix too.
Oh, I am. You get the BOGOs at Publix. You do. You get them at Publix, but everything's jacked up. You're paying too much. You go to Kroger, you get the coupons in the mail. You use the digital app. You make the guy bring it out to you. You give him $1 or whatever.
For goodness sakes.
And gosh, I mean, you just save so much money, and the economy is full speed ahead. I mean, I think I looked the other day. The Trump coin, the beautiful Trump coin, was almost at $6 when it started at what, 80, something like that. Well, we made a lot of money off it, but that's okay.
The important thing is that everything that's bad is because of Biden. Everything that's good because of you. That's at
It
least
doesn't
what I
matter
learned.
when it happened or
Right.
why.
Well,
But if it's bad, not you.
There's some things I'm trying to think of, and I'm trying to think outside of the 20th century because those things were so bad. I don't want to blame them all on Biden, but everything bad that happened. Everything bad that happened.
Oh, you're
was
saying
Joe
ever in
Biden.
history.
Oh yeah, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, when Eve bit the apple, you know what I mean? That was Joe Biden was the snake. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
So then, what was Marjorie in that story?
Adam.
Hey.
Well, look at your thighs.
Still waiting on traffic information. I bet you it's still crappy going into Norcross.
That's what I
just
expect.
guess.
Yeah.
Alex,
Oh.
I bet it is still crappy going to Norcross, right?
It is getting slower with that afternoon volume. You're right, Jared and Tim. 85 northbound from 285 as you head up to Jimmy Carter Boulevard and Indian Trail Road. Secondary slow zone finds you Sugarloaf Parkway up to 985 and some 316 eastbound delays into Decula. We did find some new trouble on Georgia 400 now for Retta Sky Smith.
Yeah, Alpharetta 400 northbound. You've got a crash in the 2 left lanes right before you get to Haynesbridge Road. If you want to get around this, take Highway 9 to get around this crash. Traffic is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, for the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here. I absolutely love this time of year because it's time for the 35th annual Clark's Christmas Kids. And once again, my friends at Rocco's European Garage stepping up in a huge way. They've been loyal supporters for years, helping make sure that every child in Georgia's foster care system receives gifts on Christmas morning. So a big thank you to the team at Rocco's European Garage who are committed to making a difference. And join us in supporting Clark's Christmas Kids to help bring joy to children who deserve it this holiday season.
You're building a deck or adding a room, that's wonderful. But if you skip hiring an architect trying to save money, well, the builder's going to need drawings anyway. They're going to hire an architect regardless and mark up their fees to you. That's why it's smarter to start your project at Sketchhouse. Hi, I'm Richard Taylor, architect at Sketchhouse. At Sketchhouse, we'll make sure your plans are code and zoning compliant, they'll be creative, and they will look great. You're going to save thousands of dollars with Sketchhouse Architects. We're going to make this easy for you. Go to sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, H-A-U-S, sketchhouse.com.
The end of the year is near. Still looking for a way to spread holiday cheer? Visit TommyNobisCenter.org and watch them tow your vehicle out of sight. Help place someone with disabilities in a job that's just right. When you donate your car, truck, or van to Tommy Nobis Center, you're helping people with disabilities find meaningful employment and achieve their dreams. Join us in spreading joy and creating brighter futures. Together, we can drive change this holiday season. Visit TommyNobisCenter.org to make your tax-deductible donation of cars or cash today.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170 to claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now, 404-400-1170.
Wall cracks, window stuck, could be a foundation problem. Mark Beckham with Atlanta Ramjack, and our estimators are thoroughly trained to get you the proper evaluation for your home. Schedule your free assessment with the foundation repair experts at atlantaramjack.com.
At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry and dream engagement ring to be nothing short of perfect, no matter the price. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story: an investigation underway in Fulton County after a poll worker is accused of double voting during last Tuesday's runoff.
Officials say the poll worker was immediately escorted out of the precinct after it was reported that she scanned her ballot twice. Further investigation found she cast votes on behalf of 4 family members who were not there. Fulton County Commission Chairman Rob Pitts says that no election is perfect, but
the good news here is that our elections, the processes that we have in place,
They work. The Secretary of State's office confirms it is actively investigating the incident, as is the Fulton County Police Department. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
49 degrees in Atlanta, getting up close to 50 tomorrow afternoon after we start near freezing. Are there any rain chances ahead this week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A Georgia state representative faces federal fraud charges after allegedly lying to obtain unemployment benefits during COVID.
The program was designed to help people who lost their job during the pandemic, but U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says Representative Sharon Henderson lied in documents for the program and had not worked as a substitute teacher for Henry County Schools for over 2 years.
She hadn't worked at all in 2019, so the indictment alleges that she lied in order to obtain unemployment insurance benefits.
Hertzberg says his office was tipped by the Office of the State Inspector General, and he expects there will be more cases of this nature forthcoming. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia is no longer on a dubious list of judicial hellholes.
Each year, the American Tort Reform Association releases a list of judicial hellholes. For the last several years, Georgia has been on that list, but this year we are not. President of the association, Tiger Joyce, says it's because of the state's reforms to protect jobs and families. While this is good news, he points out,
we do have the state, however, on what we call our watch list because of some cases that we've been observing. And I think as much as anything to see how the reform efforts play out.
He says the top 3 judicial hellholes this year, L.A., New York, and South Carolina. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger is the latest Republican candidate for governor to challenge campaign finance laws, allowing Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones to raise unlimited funds through a leadership committee. A political action committee led by Raffensperger is suing in federal court, claiming the law is unconstitutional. Raffensperger is running for governor in the Republican primary against Jones and Attorney General Chris Carr. A majority of homes on the market in Metro Atlanta are unaffordable. New analysis from Bankrate finds the median price of a home in the metro area is now just under $400,000. Bankrate's Alex Gailey says it likely won't get better anytime soon.
Housing economists say that we're likely in for a slow, gradual improvement rather than any sort of quick fix. So we're talking, several years before we really see any substantial improvement in affordability.
Nationally, fewer than 3 in 10 homes are affordable. The Smyrna Public Safety Foundation put smiles on the faces of 90 elementary school students today at their annual Shop with a Hero event.
It's just a wonderful reminder, and it's a good connection to our community about the holiday spirit and the holiday season of giving. It's an honor to do this.
Smyrna Police Lieutenant Meredith Holt says they took the kids shopping for Christmas at a local Walmart. After shopping, the kids were taken to Truist Park for lunch, cookie decorating, and a stadium tour. A new ranking of the most popular Christmas movies in America.
Going for a new amateur recreational saucer sled land speed record, Clark W. Griswold Jr.
The website pixelparade.com surveyed thousands of adults across the country to determine which movie was the favorite in each state. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation comes out on top as the favorite in 31 states, including Georgia. A Christmas Story is second, followed by Home Alone. Elf comes in fourth. It's now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Need your attention if you're taking 400 northbound up toward Alpharetta. Travel advisory, crash in 2 left lanes in Alpharetta. 400 northbound Haynesbridge Road, exit 9. That ride is already very slow back to Holcomb Bridge Road. You can use Highway 9 as your alternate. I-75 northbound, not terrible up in the northwest side of town. Waves of volume between Marietta and Kennesaw. Same on 575 northbound for that drive up into Woodstock. Taking a look at I-20 over on the west side of town, it's Sky Smith.
Oh, yeah, it's a slow ride, I-20 westbound from I-285 past Lee Road, and I-20 eastbound. Well, you are on and off again on the brakes on Riverside Parkway down to I-285 from the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy and cold for the rest of this evening. Temperatures falling into the low 30s
for tomorrow morning. A few areas of patchy fog possible around sunrise, then partly cloudy for tomorrow afternoon. Highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. Even more sunshine by Wednesday, warming up to the mid-50s through the afternoon. Staying dry for Thursday and Friday. Morning lows in the 30s, daytime highs in the mid to upper 50s.
Right now it's 46 in Sandy Springs, 49 in Stockbridge, and 45 in Cartersville. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now with the other Beatle.
This sounds cool.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Is he calling us a ding dong?
No. Ding dong, play the bells.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Ding dong, ding dong. It's a Christmas New Year's song from the Dark Horse album. I guess
cool
it's
song.
not too bad. It's typical.
It's better than the Ringo one.
Mid-70s. Hey, don't you besmirch Ringo Starr.
I will.
But of course, everybody loves the two prominent Beatles Christmas songs. Happy Christmas War is Over by John Lennon, and then that other one.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Well, George tried, George said, I want to make a lively one, and we'll call it Ding Dong, Ding Dong. And I said, well,
Ding dong, ding dong.
Ding dong, ding. Oh, you got the ding and the dong, and then the other ding and the dong. So you're dinging
Ding-a-dong-dong.
twice and donging.
I did look up if the Beatles had a Christmas song, and it does say that there's a Christmas Time is Here Again.
By
Does
the
not ring a
Beatles.
bell. No?
Is it by
It's
the
got
Beatles?
2 million views on YouTube. So I'm
We'll see.
thinking
We'll find it.
Yeah, so see if it's legit. See,
Yeah, play it.
sometimes, with YouTube, they can, fans can put together, I guess, what they would think would be a Christmas song from the Beatles. But yeah, let's see if it's real. It sounds
I
like
knew
it.
that. I knew this one.
I think Tim's doing some fact checking
This is real.
as we speak.
This is real. I've heard this.
Yep.
I knew that was
1967, yes.
Wow.
All right, chalk it up. 1 for Autumn.
Yeah, except I wasn't that
Boom.
confident. I was like, yeah, I think so. Isn't it from the BBC album? No? Okay.
Well, George Martin came to us and he said, John, you guys got to do a Christmas song. Elvis has a Christmas album. Bob Dylan has some terrible Christmas song. You guys got to do it. And I said, well, Jefferson Starship doesn't have one. And he said, well, it doesn't matter what they do. They haven't been around too much. And then I said, all right, well, we'll do it.
Okay.
And we did we did the
Cool
song.
story, John.
It's got to be.
And then I did a bunch of heroin.
I never injected it, though, so it's better.
No, I just snorted it, But, we got Ringo doing Winter Wonderland, The Little Drummer Boy, all the Christmas classics.
It's got to be when you're a band and you're at that point. The Beatles were so big in '67, right?
Yeah, we were.
I mean,
bigger than God.
Yeah, I'm sure you felt that way. I mean,
I said I was, and then everybody got
bigger than
mad
Jesus.
and burned our records. They burned our records.
But it's like I feel like every band or every artist, once they reach that height, right? That level of stardom. I know not everybody reaches the Beatles height, but around just rock star status, right? It's almost like on cue. They must make some kind of Christmas song, or they must make a Christmas
I wonder if
album.
Slayer has a Christmas song.
They do.
I'm sure they do.
They
Sure they do.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Slayer, how do you even know that?
I like the confidence this time, Autumn. That
I
was
know
good.
things.
For the first time. I don't know it.
I
know it.
AC/DC has one. I think it's called "I Want a Mistress for Christmas," and it sounds
Really?
it sounds like an AC/DC song with sleigh bells. But you know for sure Slayer has a Christmas song.
Autumn seems confident.
Christmas in blood.
You know what I mean, though? Once you reach that level of fame,
Yeah.
it's almost like, I guess the label probably tells you need to have a Christmas
They
song.
did. I don't
It
think
makes
they now.
sense.
But you're right. They
because
probably
you have
did
a-
then.
You have a guaranteed time when people need to play your song because you need content.
Yeah.
You can't just keep playing the same 50 songs over and over.
I feel like they do. I feel like anytime I go to
Yeah.
any of those, I guess the Christmas stations or even just the Christmas playlist, I'm like, okay, after I've listened for about 30 minutes, I'm good. I'm like,
Oh yeah, you get
ready
that.
to switch over.
Then you get that real slow one. It's Vince Gill and Trisha Yearwood singing some slow ass song about.
Silver bud.
No,
yeah.
but no, it's some new song. In the cabin with the snow.
Oh, yeah.
I think as a kid, I used to love Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, but as an adult, I cannot stand that.
Oh,
song.
of course.
I
I
like-
like the hee-haw, it's Dominic the donkey.
What? I don't know that one.
It's Dominic the donkey, la 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 la. La, la, la,
George
la,
and
la,
I are
la.
perplexed by that one.
I
I've
remember
never
this
heard
one,
of
Autumn,
it.
yes.
Dominic the Donkey.
Autumn is half right about Slayer.
Yeah.
In 2003, they recorded Evil You, and in parentheses it says at Christmas time, but it's originally by a band called Humpers.
Oh, I should have known that. I was a big Humpers fan back
Yeah, of course.
in the 80s.
How could you forget?
They didn't have that moment, though.
You
That was the
can't-
problem.
The best Christmas metal is Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, there you
I'm going to see them this Sunday.
I think I got in big trouble last year for the same show that you're going to, Tim.
You went?
I did not go. So I thought I got things confused. My wires were confused. I got my in-laws tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra instead of what's the other one? The Mannheim Steamroller. They love that one. And so I got it confused, and I got
I
them
could
like
see how those could be. I would confuse those.
Right. It was an honest mistake. So I got him front row seats for the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and my
my
father-in-law
God.
was like, "Well, it was great."
Christmas Eve Sarajevo.
He was like, it was great. It was just very loud. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm so sorry. My bad. And so
It's easy to get those two confused.
I'll be honest with you. I really thought they were the same thing, and then I'm like, oh, you're a Mannheim Steamroller family.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. So
I
I
thought
was
I-
the bad son-in-law for
I
that.
thought I got you tickets to the Nutcracker, but it ended up being Slayer, Rain in Blood anniversary tour. Rain in Blood.
So I lost some points there in the son-in-law
Hey, they got to
department.
see a good show, though.
Yeah, for real.
They stayed all the way till the end, but the universal feedback from both mother and father-in-law were it was good, but was loud. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, my bad.
This is like the fourth year in a row. I think, fourth year in a row I've interviewed Jeff Plate, who is the drummer for Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And I always say yes when I get the solicit to interview him because he's from a town where I used to live, Horseheads, New York.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, right.
So the very first time I interviewed him, I said, did you go to Pudgy's for lunch, which is this pizza chain up there? And he went, huh? How do you know about that? And I just ended up telling him.
I'm sure that it's amazing how.
But hang on. But all I got to do the last time I said, because he forgets. I mean, they do radio interviews all the time. He's often on with Katie at the river too. And I said, so I just to get him in the mood, I brought up Josh Allen, and then he just went, oh, they got to use him more. He's got the legs. He's got, So that's how you get going. So where are we anyhow? You were going to say something. I interrupted.
I just think it's amazing how, because of where you grow up, how just the I guess the regional distinctions that bring people together, like that, the fact that
Well, when it's a small town.
But you didn't know this guy like at all. But then you bring up one place, Pudgy's,
yes,
and then all of a sudden the conversation just takes off from there. I mean,
Because it's not like a Pizza Hut.
Right.
It's a regionally recognized place to go, and so not everyone's going to know that. So then when you do, it's like, oh, I found my person, like I found a tribe mate or something.
But isn't it amazing
time
though?
Pizza and subs.
I just think it's amazing how like the doors just open, right? Like, and then somehow it's like people. It
takes people, if they're on edge, or it lightens them up, or loosens
and especially
them up.
like you said about doing interviews, like it's the same questions, it's the same
Yep.
answers for hours,
Yep.
and you've gotten up early and you don't know these people, and you're dealing with all types of like, hey guys, we got the guy from I'm here in Orchestra,
Well, I
And then you
interviewed.
get somebody's like, have you ever been to Pudgy's?
Yes. You ever go to Pudgy's and get a Pudgy burger, which is a pretty damn good sub. But Lake Bell, the actress Lake Bell, was recently, she's been in a lot of things, but she was most recently on this show called The Chair Company with Tim Robinson on HBO Max, I believe. Very funny show if you like Tim Robinson and his maniac humor. I love it. So when we were talking, we had talked about the show, and I try to find questions that, obviously she hasn't been asked 100 times. So I brought up, hey, do you think the show is Lynchian? And she goes, oh, yeah, okay. And then she went into why she thinks it's David Lynchian. And then I brought up, I said, well, you have something else you want to promote. You wrote a children's book, which really kind of knocked her for a loop because she didn't expect it. And she goes, okay, I'll talk about my book. Because she has, I think she has a child that's neurodivergent. So she wrote this book, You and Your Brain, or Kids and Kids' Brains. And I actually ended up buying the book.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
How was it?
I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
can tell us now.
There's a
Was
bunch
it
of
bad?
no. There's a bunch of boxes. I can't open them yet because they're from Santa.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
So
Santa has to drop things off early.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You can't
Are
do it
you
all
doing
one
the
night.
elf with Gil?
Yeah, but it doesn't really work that well with him. He doesn't care.
Oh, okay. I wish my kids.
If you knock that thing off the table, the elf's going to tell Santa. He'll knock it off the table anyway. Okay, do it. Do it, Frankie. I dare you.
Is that the name
What
of
do
the
you
elf?
do when he does that? Like when he just when he pushes you like that?
What can you do? Run over and yell at him? That's not going to
Yeah.
work. Scream, yell, hit. No, you just.
Of course. What do you do?
At
Send him
first,
outside.
yeah, you're going to. I tried doing the timeout thing, but if I
Yeah.
put him in timeout in his room, then things start throwing. So I have a new thing for timeout is I go in there with him and it's quiet and dark and we sit and relax.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
both in timeout together. And he'll start talking. I go, no, we're in timeout. We're going to rock. You and I are going to rock and we're going to
Does it
relax.
make you sleepy? Ever take a nap?
No,
on
I don't
accident?
fall asleep because
Oh,
he's
I would
squirming
fall
too much.
It's a very hot yoga-esque there. Except
No, but what I do is I
Yeah,
say,
you turn up the. Yeah, take him in his room. I turn up the heat. We
Well-
sweat it out together like men.
we both drink Benadryl. No, I said yesterday.
Drink your juice.
I said yesterday, why don't we count to 10? I said, this will work. We'll count to 10. And we started counting, and we ended up counting to 100, and then we were calm, and everything worked out.
Good job.
Until,
That's cool.
Until the next time. But, it's a learning experience for both of us. He's never had a dad, and I've never had a son. All right, Alex Williams says there is a crash on Georgia 400 in Alpharetta.
And we just got some better news with this crash, Tim. They just cleared it out of the two left lanes, 400 northbound, Haynesbridge Road, exit 9. But back behind that, the brake lights start right around Northridge Road, exit 6. You can always use Highway 9, but if you want to avoid those stoplights, just hang in there. Georgia 400 northbound will start to improve soon. 575 northbound, that's got a little slow through Kennesaw from Chastain Road, making your way north of Bells Ferry to Highway 92. Checking the ride on I-85 up through Gwinnett County, it's Sky Smith.
Yeah, I-85 northbound, you are on the brake lights once you get past Shamley Tucker Road up to Pleasant Hill Road. And as you head into Swanee, you can expect some heavy volume from Sugarloaf Parkway up to I-85-985 split. This report is sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more about their support of common threads in nutrition education at anthem.com/dream. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of Georgia, Inc. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Don't be late because you crowdsourced your commute with a navigation app.
This might become a travel advisory. Yeah, they're in two left lanes.
Depend on us.
See some delays if they shut that ramp down.
Make sure you get where you need to be on time.
Jam starting at Langford Parkway, getting past Spring Street.
Local and dependable traffic 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We had a lot going on this morning through Henry County.
WSB Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Are you taking your garage door for granted? Is it squeaking and whining for attention? Overhead Door Company of Atlanta is here with same-day repair service. Experienced technicians have been servicing homeowners in Atlanta since 1935. That's 90 years. Overhead Door Company of Atlanta can handle all your garage door and opener needs. For same-day repair service, schedule online at overheaddooratlanta.com or call 404-USA-DOOR.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, every week on the show, we offer folks something we call the Portfolio X-Ray. I was hoping you could walk us through that process and tell us why the information it uncovers is so powerful.
Yeah, so the reason we love doing the Portfolio X-Ray for you is we do that behind the scenes. Everybody's extremely busy. Nobody wants to waste time in traffic. If you call in, we will ask you for some information via the phone. Once you've given us that information, we go to work and we put all the hours in developing the report. And I commit this to you. The Portfolio X-Ray is eye-opening. At least 90+% of the time, we can find 2 or 3 golden nuggets in there that you were not aware of that we can either change in your current portfolio mix for you. It's called a 401k optimizer. Or if we manage the assets for you, we certainly can recommend how to diversify away from some of the troubling points that are exposed during the Portfolio X-ray. Once we've got that, then we'll have you in for your initial consultation. We will present the Portfolio X-ray to you and walk you through the high points of it. And that's a document that you get to take with you. It's like getting a financial physical. Mm-hmm. So how many of you avoided going to the doctor for the annual physical last year? You do the same thing with your financial life. You ignore it. You keep pumping money into your 401k. You hope that it's going well. And I can tell you that hope is not a good investment or financial planning strategy. You need to know. So if you want to know, call us.
The Portfolio X-Ray is complimentary. Give Hoffman Financial Group a call to schedule yours today. 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
'Tis the season. Have you gotten your flu shot? At AllCare, our experienced flu specialists are dedicated to providing comprehensive and personalized care, from vaccines to testing to treatment. And you can walk right in to any of AllCare's 15 Atlanta locations and access our unique combination of primary and immediate care under a single roof. For flu season and beyond, say goodbye to waiting for the doctor and say hello to AllCare, a proud member of the Piedmont Clinically Integrated Network.
If you're seeing cracks in the walls upstairs, downstairs, or outside, maybe even a door not closing, call the Foundation Repair Specialist. Hi, it's Mark Beckham here with Atlanta Ramjack, and we are your leading foundation repair experts. Set up your free estimate right now at atlantaramjack.com.
Hey friends, you can have a stress-free holiday meal that's sure to impress. It's Mark Aaron back from my friends at Publix. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast that will leave your guests satisfied. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. It includes tender pork roast, about 5 pounds, flavored with a mojo blend of grapefruit, lemon, orange, garlic, onion, and oregano, rice and pigeon peas, plantains with bacon and onion, plus a Publix Bakery Dulce de Leche milk-infused bar cake. Don't forget, though, items require advanced ordering.
Hey, did you just tune in and think, man, I wish I had more of the Doctrinaires? Well, never fear. The podcast version is here. Grab the Von Hessler Doctrine as a podcast on WSBRadio.com, the WSB Radio app, or any of your favorite podcatchers. And always remember that you can leave us an open mic while you're listening to the show live or when you're listening to the podcast. On the WSB Radio app. Jared, do we have any stories? We were going to do that this hour, and we haven't really gotten to it.
Well, we're just being nice.
We're just rapping.
He's got some nice conversational things going on here, right?
Sure.
This study here, I think a lot of people are feeling this now. Atlanta is ranked among the world's worst for traffic. We're ranked 16th in the world.
Woo, 16.
16, number 16.
Who's better than us?
According to INRIX. So there are several places that are really, really bad here. Let me pull it up here. So they've got Spaghetti Junction is the worst intersection, and we are immediately ahead of Rome, Italy. So we're Miami's 15th, Atlanta 16th, Rome, Italy 7th.
Suck it, Rome.
we got you, Rome.
So who's the worst in the country? So this is worldwide. Who has the worst traffic in the world, does it say?
That's what I'm pulling up right
now. Los Angeles, right?
I don't know. I've driven there. It's actually easier there than it is in LA.
I think that ours is pretty bad. I mean, I remember somebody went to visit L.A., and when they came back, I was like, oh, was the traffic really bad? It was kind of like here in Georgia. So.
They don't have public transit either. I mean, we have it, but,
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Hey, go to an event.
NYC? Possible.
They don't have it listed, huh?
Let's see. So number one is
why wouldn't they give you the number one?
Is Istanbul, and
that's the worst
Not
traffic.
Constantinople.
Well, it used to be Constantinople, but
it depends on how you identify.
It's been a long time gone.
Traffic was much better back then.
Yeah, it was better back then. They were Constantinople. Now they're Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you have a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul.
Yes, exactly.
With a Turkish delight.
I mean, even New York was once New Amsterdam, and why they changed it, I can't say.
I don't get it.
Say.
People just like it better that way.
I think they did.
Nobody gets what we're talking about except you and I, Autumn.
Yeah, they do. They know it.
Yeah, you know. What are we talking about?
They might be giants.
Okay, there we go.
He was with us. He was getting on the joke.
All right, I'm sorry, George. I forgot you're 75 years old inside of that.
That's right.
Felt 32-year-old.
Inside of that 32-year-old meat
32.
Spacesuit.
Soon to be 33.
When's your birthday?
That's right. Your birthday's coming up.
January 21st. Okay, so at least it's far enough away from the holidays you get to enjoy it. Could you imagine if it was like December 21st?
No.
My mom's was the 23rd.
Yikes.
So
you're getting combo birthday, Christmas. That's brutal.
Oh, yeah. She hated it if you got her like a real chintzy birthday gift and then you get her a lot for Christmas. She's like, well, I don't get enough.
Publix has a really cute commercial, though, out where it's like, I guess the girl gets mad at Santa Claus because her birthday falls on Christmas Day. And Santa ends up bringing a birthday like celebration to her on Christmas. It's cute.
Ho, 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 you're getting less.
So you know what? It showed a brighter way to look at a birthday Christmas combination. I liked that Publix commercial.
The commercial is that he visits her on her birthday.
Yes, he visits her.
That's also Christmas?
On Christmas Day, and while everybody else gets Christmas presents, she gets Christmas presents and a whole birthday celebration on Christmas Day.
Oh,
so it made it extra special for her.
Yeah, that's special for that one chick. Yeah, what about everybody else that might have that same birthday?
That's the whole point, is that for people that have their birthday on Christmas Day,
it's
the commercial is
overshadowed.
to say that it's not overshadowed. Like, and if you go to Publix,
Only if Santa Claus comes and visits you for your birthday.
Otherwise, hey, it's your birthday and all, but it's Christmas.
Here's one extra present.
Well,
that's not Christmas.
I thought it was great marketing.
It's nice if you don't celebrate Christmas. You can have your birthday. Who cares, right?
That's right. Exactly.
Nothing's open.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing Ingalls commercial breakdowns after the news.
Yeah.
So
all right.
stick around.
Exactly.
What about Piggly Wiggly?
I'm telling you, after watching all the sports this week,
I'm a buy low man.
Buy low.
On that note, Alex Williams is checking the ride around 285.
Starting on the north side perimeter, Tim, 285 eastbound brake lights find you heading through Dunwoody just before Ashford Dunwoody Road, and it stays heavy over to Peachtree Boulevard. Then you bunch up again, heading southbound as you leave I-85. All volume as you make your way down into Clarkston. Checking the ride over on the west side of I-285 with the help of Sky Smith.
Yes, the top end of the perimeter 285 westbound is seeing some volume starting at Georgia 400 over to 75. Continuing down to I-285 southbound, you're going to start hitting those brakes at around South Cobb Drive all the way down to I-20. Traffic is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Contractors and builders know Randall Brothers is Atlanta's premier building material supplier. Dave Baker here. Randall Brothers has a wider variety of building products than their competitors, so you can find the specialty stock you need fast. And their experienced reps actually know the job and the product, so you can bounce ideas with a dependable, knowledgeable partner. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries. RandallBrothers.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Selling your home doesn't have to mean stress, delays, or settling for less. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard, you get cash up front, so you can buy your next home first on your timeline. No waiting, no double moves, no living out of boxes while strangers tour your home. Then, once you're settled in, Orchard takes over, handling repairs, upgrades, staging, and marketing to get your old home sold for top dollar. When it sells, you get paid again. That's 2 paydays. One when you buy, one when you sell. It's a smarter, faster, more flexible way to move, and thousands of homeowners are doing it already. Start with your free home valuation today at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Will my hair really grow back? Will you stay with me tonight, Mommy?
By giving today, you can help our kids get the care and treatment they need. Give to Children's for that. Donate today at choa.org/give.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one. Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic,
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. Our top local story, it's all new this half hour. A fire insurance company sues BioLab over last year's massive chemical plant fire in Rockdale County.
Negligence, carelessness, and recklessness are what Verlin Insurance Company says caused BioLab's massive toxic chemical fire and that cloud which blanketed Rockdale County. Now Verlin is suing BioLab and its parent companies to recoup more than $20 million it says it was forced to pay out in damages to a manufacturing company about a mile away. The lawsuit alleges BioLab had no adequate fire protection system or emergency response plan. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
47 degrees in Atlanta, near freezing by tomorrow morning. How much of a warm-up is coming this week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is happening now. Authorities on the scene of an active shooter situation in a residential area of Fort Stewart in southeast Georgia. Residents are being told to stay inside their homes and avoid the area. There is a shelter in place at Fort Stewart, which is one of the nation's largest Army bases. You may recall 5 soldiers were shot at the base in August. A Fulton County poll worker is accused of double voting. In addition to scanning her ballot twice, she also voted for 4 family members who were not there. County Election Board Chair Sherry Allen says it happened during last week's runoffs.
It was reported immediately. We caught it, and we were able to take immediate action.
She says the worker was escorted out by police and no longer works for the county. Fulton County Police and the Secretary of State's office say the investigation is active. A current member of the Georgia House of Representatives is facing federal fraud charges. Sharon Henderson is arrested today on 2 counts of theft of government funds and 10 counts of making false statements. She's accused of collecting over $17,000 of pandemic unemployment benefits after lying on her application. U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says no one is above the law.
People who abuse their office or who demonstrate that they are unfit for office because they act deceitfully should not hold office and must be held accountable.
Henderson is a Democrat from Covington. A man pleads guilty to the murder of a 77-year-old grandmother inside her gated Buckhead townhome community 3 years ago. A Fulton County judge today sentences 26-year-old Antonio Brown to 2 consecutive life sentences with the possibility of parole. He apologized to the family of Ellen Bowles in court. The plea comes just as jury selection in Brown's trial was about to begin. This is good news for Georgia.
Unlike the last several years, Georgia is no longer on our list, our formal list of judicial hellholes.
The president of the American Tort Reform Association, Tiger Joyce, says Georgia is still on the watch list because of some cases they are observing. The top 3 judicial hellholes this year are Los Angeles, followed by New York and South Carolina. In a story impacting Georgia farmers, President Trump is unveiling his $12 billion farm aid package.
This relief will provide much-needed certainty to farmers as they get this year's harvest to market and look ahead to next year's crops, and it'll help them continue their efforts to lower food prices for American families.
The president insists the money is not in response to farmers being hit by tariffs. Trump blames bad policies from the Biden administration. Coming soon to an airport near you, more family-friendly areas.
As the Trump administration has been launching campaigns to make traveling more comfortable and less chaotic, it's been urging people to be nicer to one another while traveling. Now it's announcing $1 billion in funding to go to airports to create family-friendly spaces to make traveling easier for families.
Alex Stone reports the money can be used by airports to create children's play areas, nursing rooms, security checkpoints with family lanes, and sensory rooms for kids with special needs. At the state capitol today, the governor and first lady light up the Christmas tree inside the rotunda.
May all Georgians have a safe and joyous holiday season.
The 26-foot red cedar tree was donated by a family in Lindale, Georgia. It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Still watching some of our slow spots out there, Bill. Checking the ride on I-20 into Cab. It's not terrible this afternoon. You're a little sluggish from Wesley Chapel Road out to Panola Road. Hero on scene with a stall on the 20 eastbound exit ramp to Panola. That's on the right side of the ramp, so look out for the flashing lights there. And still seeing the waves of volume on 20 westbound from Holmes Drive in West Atlanta. And you're going to stay on and off that brake pedal till you get out to Lee Road exit 41 there in Lithia Springs. And we continue to watch the slow traffic through downtown Atlanta. Sky Smith.
Oh, yeah, your connector southbound ride is going to get slow once you go past Moores Mill Road and, on 75 South. And as you pass Lennox Road on Georgia 400, you're going to be rolling slow all the way down to I-20. Your connector northbound, you're starting to stack up just past 166, and you're freeing up around Georgia Tech. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy and cold for the rest of this evening. Temperatures falling into the low 30s for tomorrow morning. A few areas of patchy fog possible around sunrise, then partly cloudy for tomorrow afternoon. Highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. Even more sunshine by Wednesday, warming up to the mid 50s through the afternoon. Staying dry for Thursday and Friday. Morning lows in the 30s, daytime highs in the mid to upper 50s.
Right now 45 in Alpharetta, 46 in Covington, also 46 in Scottdale. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
This is Scott Slade for Georgia Power. For 40 years, Georgia Power and the Salvation Army have teamed up to help Georgia families through Project Share, providing a safety net when times get tough. Here's how it works. You can add a donation right on your Georgia Power bill, and they'll match it by 150%. So $10 becomes $25 to help a neighbor keep the lights on or stay in their home. Together, they've already helped more than 425,000 families across the state, and that number keeps growing. To give or learn more, visit georgiapower.com/Project Share. Because when Georgia helps Georgia, everybody shines a little brighter.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
So a little while ago, we were talking about, we were joking, Jared, I think you brought it up, that Trump offered to take Marjorie Taylor Greene to Epstein Island.
Yeah, and then that's where this whole issue started here, is because she rejected the trip to go hang out with Trump and his friends.
Yes. Fuchs, our one of our favorite listeners, Fuchsy, wrote and said, the island of misfit toys was on the other side of Epstein's Island. So I think the misfit toys were on the island with the ladies.
Probably, yes.
or the gals. I don't want. Should I say calling them ladies or gals? That's probably not the right thing to do.
Victims.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be the best.
Well, not everybody. I mean, some people did okay, I guess.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. So terrible that we shouldn't even talk about it or think about it or even.
Yeah, we should all just stop.
We should just, talk about the economic roundtable we had. I put a clip in. Can you play it out of Slack?
I sure can.
What did they do this weekend? Paul Stanley I was there. It was wonderful. It was nice to be in Washington, D.C. with Gene. Of course, we didn't invite Ace died, so he couldn't come. But we didn't invite Peter, did we? I don't think Peter was there.
I don't think Peter was there.
No, maybe he couldn't make it. But we had a great time. It was fantastic. I love being in our nation's capital.
I believe it was something at the Kennedy Center,
It was
right?
the Kennedy Honors.
That's what it was.
That nobody wants anymore because Trump took it over.
Well, he made the statement over the weekend. He said, "I'm a better host than Jimmy Kimmel." So, and Jimmy
Kimmel just got signed for another year at ABC.
Yeah, so it's like, oh gosh. Just
I could do a late night show. It'd be great. I should do it.
Shut
on
up!
Fox.
You're a president.
No, but when I'm done, I'll
Focus
still
on
be-
that.
No, I don't have time for that. I got other things to do.
the king of punching down. But this is what you just said a few minutes ago, Mr. President. Well, over the weekend.
But he's one of the great legends and
Starts with a.
had some of the greatest movies ever, including the top grossing movies ever. Sylvester Sly Stallone.
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 Shalom.
Shalom. Salome. He's great. He's fantastic. Sly.
Now, again,
Thank you, Mr. President. You're doing a good job. I heard you're going to give all the farmers $12 million. That's great. From the economic roundtable that you're going to have on Monday, even though today isn't before that.
Do you think he got plastic surgery to keep that lip faded
I was a
by
bo-
like bees?
Did you ever see? I was a boxer for a long time. Sure, I was a boxer for Rocky.
Yeah, we know
movies.
you were Rocky.
So if you ever get bored, you want to watch Tulsa King. Season 3 is pretty good.
Tulsi who?
Tulsi Gabbard, the show.
Tulsi
I'm on the show. Tulsi Gabbard King. The king of Tulsi.
She's great. I love Tulsi Gabbard. What does she do for me? Does she?
National Intelligence.
She does something
That's what you-
director. Yeah, she's
doing a great job.
She's doing a great job.
This is what you think of Tulsi.
She's like hotter than everybody.
She is. She's hotter than everybody. She's. You ever see those videos of her surfing? She's wearing those tight
Gray streak.
Oh, that gray streak, like the lady
So
at the
distinguished.
end. Oh my God, like Heather Langenkamp or Langenkamp at the end of the first, really the only good Nightmare on Elm Street.
Are you a big Nightmare on Elm Street?
Oh my God,
fan?
I love Freddy Krueger, the late great
Wow.
Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger, he was scared a lot of people in the 80s and subsequent years after that.
Which is your favorite one?
I like the first one. The first
Just the
one's the
first
best,
one.
yeah, because Johnny
original.
Depp is in it, and Johnny Depp gets sliced up in bed, and then the river of blood flows to the ceiling. It's great stuff. And the tongue, he picks up the phone, the tongue.
Wow, I didn't realize you are a super fan.
I introduced Barron to it when he was 5.
Oh, wow.
Said, you got to watch this
That's
movie.
too young.
Don't go to sleep, Barron. The Freddy Krueger will come get you. And then
That's my suitcase.
well, he could be in there.
No.
You open it up, and the glove with the knives. Who wouldn't want to have gloves with? I love Freddy Krueger. Jason's not so bad either. Jason Voorhees. He's never like Mike Myers, though.
No.
Always chasing this sister around.
If the three of
Turns
them
out
could-
she's not his sister because they had 28 movies, and then none of them are canon. What's going on?
If the three of them could just work things out, maybe they would be the best trio of villains ever,
think,
right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you got to. Who's that? Like the new guy, the clown that doesn't talk. He just.
Oh, the It thing.
Right.
Terrifier.
Terrifier, yeah.
That's right.
Terrifier is
Yeah.
one of my favorites. A great Christmas movie.
What about the guy from Saw?
Well, I mean.
Oh, Jigsaw?
He never really killed
Jigsaw.
anyone. He didn't kill anybody. He just did schemes.
He
I
just danced the jig.
I put the key in your mouth, your brain, or whatever, and if you don't.
I haven't seen it. That's a spoiler.
Oh, no.
Well,
If they don't get the key out of the stomach of the other
Don't
guy,
tell me where
then
they
the
got-
jaw
I
thing
didn't
will
even know there
pop
was
up
a
and rip
key.
the head. I know all the
The
horror
whole point
movies.
is to learn a lesson.
I love the horror movies. I'm up all night watching them. I'm so scared I can't go to sleep. That's why I choose social.
That makes
She
so
stays up
much
late.
sense.
I'm afraid.
Well, no, but
And Melania's not there at the White House with you. She's at home, so
I text her.
It's
and
okay.
I'm really scared.
You're
I
a
think
big boy. You can
Freddy
sleep with the lights off
Terrifier will
this
come
night.
after me. Could you imagine if Terrifier had the hand, the knife, and the
Combo villains.
Oh
wow.
my God, combo them all, right?
That's a lot.
It would be a lot, but anyway,
A
Sylvester.
machete in the finger glove hand.
You know my favorite?
Yes.
Oh my God!
That'd be crazy.
If they were machetes, it'd be very heavy though. Do you know who my favorite?
One really strong arm.
My two favorite Sylvester Stallone movies are
Uh-huh.
Cobra and Nighthawks.
Oh.
Cobra, where he has that really bitchin' car, and he's got Leslie Nielsen. Or no, not Leslie Nielsen. What's her name? Brigitte Nielsen. The beautiful. Well, I mean,
Brigitte Nielsen.
she was
Not
such
as
a.
hot as Leslie.
No, he's pretty hot.
Oh, no,
he's
he's
the
way
late
hot.
great. He's dead. But then you have. Why am I doing this? Don't we have stories? I'm just kind of rambling. As
I tried to get you off of it.
No,
Say
no,
something
listen,
else.
Mr. President, I like this here. This is Mr. President going off on
Yeah,
horror
you might
movies.
like it, but I'm sure a lot of people
He's
don't
got
like
his
it. Yeah, a lot of people probably don't like it very much. So why are you talking about that?
I love you too.
I love you. The serious things.
Let's talk about Carl Weathers.
Well, okay, Carl Weathers was one of the best actors. You know what? I go up to him and I see him and I go, Dylan, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
He walked in on me one time. I was, hitting the bag, the doing the boxing.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I hit
Yeah,
it
boom,
really
boom, boom,
hard,
boom,
and
boom.
I thought I was alone in this gym, and he goes, "That's not how you do it." And then, he helped me fight Clubber Lang.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Are you sure
okay.
that wasn't somebody else's story?
And then I had to go bail Paulie out of jail because he threw
Hold on
a
a
whiskey
second.
bottle at a pinball game
sounds
for me.
familiar.
Was that before or after Vietnam?
Well, I was in Nam last year.
You've got quite a story there, Mr.
I
President.
was in Nam, and then I came back, and they said, well, the war ended, but nobody
and you moved
told
to
me.
Tulsa?
No, I never lived in Tulsa. Who'd want to live in
okay,
Tulsa? I mean, come on, do you like trains? I saw The Outsiders. No thanks. All right, Jared, let's do a story, please.
All right.
Before our program director comes in.
Oh, that's enough. And scene.
Thank you. We should have brought this up with George Stein, but this story has been kind of floating around for a couple weeks here.
Okay.
A Dunkin' Donuts worker was stabbed by an Atlanta rapper. It has
Okay.
happened a couple
Is he
years
okay,
ago.
this person?
Yeah, he's okay. And he claimed to Dunkin' Donuts that he needed more, just an extended payout, right, for being out of work.
Sure.
And he's just been limited to workers' comp. I mean, this guy, this rapper, Day Day,
Day-Day?
who
We know Day-Day.
showed
Maybe
up.
it's the same one.
No, it's not.
He showed up. He showed up to the drive-through window.
So who did the stabbing? Day Day?
Day Day did the stabbing.
Day Day,
yes.
the rapper, did the stabbing.
Yes.
Day did the stay.
He Day Day shows up to the drive-through window. He gets frustrated with an unfulfilled order. He left, comes back to the
I said
store.
a jelly donut.
I wanted liquid sugar.
Who gets so angry at Dunkin' Donuts? I mean, at Starbucks, I can understand, but
He confronted the victim here and accused her of being rude and demanded to speak to a manager.
Uh-huh.
And when she said there's no manager to speak to,
always
literally comes up and ends up stabbing.
So
this-
he gets out of the car, goes inside.
Yes,
He's
he
in
goes
such a
inside.
big hurry that he had to park his car, go inside with a knife, and then stab this girl.
Exactly. And
she's okay.
And she's okay, but she made the argument that she deserved more than just the bare minimum workers' comp.
Well, I'm on her side because there was no manager there. Had the
I
manager been
know,
there,
yes.
that person could have been pushed aside before he stabbed her.
I agree. I think that number one.
Wait a minute.
Oh wait.
What's your logic?
The manager's not going to get in the way.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't
So
know.
what's the difference if the manager's there or not?
That was a joke. I was
Okay, sorry. I
kind
was
of
like, wait.
riffing there. But yeah, I think that if you get stabbed while you're at work, maybe the company like Dunkin' Donuts could afford to
I
pay
would
your
expect something like
medical
that to
bills
happen,
and stuff.
especially. I mean, and they get it. I
Not
mean,
in this economy.
Well, and also it's a franchise, so the
Uh-huh.
company itself, it would really be up to the people that own that store, don't you think? Because at least
Yeah.
the business could be like, hey, like
Sorry.
the business at all, like at large, could be like, sorry, this is the franchise.
that's exactly what the
And we had a
argument-
sign on the door saying, if you get stabbed in here, that's your problem.
the
No shirt,
Get
no
stabbed
shoes,
to your own
stabbing,
No stabbing.
Yeah, no
whatevs.
stabbings.
No bleeding.
But you're absolutely right, though, Autumn. It is because it is a franchise. It's owned by a company called Peach State Concessionaries, and
No, they
they're
got
the
to
ones.
pony up, Peach State concessionaire.
Come on,
Peach
How do
State.
you say that word? Concessions?
Concessionaries.
Yeah, that's a tough word.
Concessionaries.
That's what we said.
So they're not going to pay it. They're not going to
Stupid.
give. What is she looking for aside from workman's comp?
She's looking for her payout. This lazy girl.
They just want a free handout every
That's
year
right.
at Christmas. Oh,
How
God,
about-
we're
how
running
about
late here. Hang
you
on a
get
second.
stabbed.
Yeah.
You heal yourself.
Heal
And then you
thyself.
put your bootstraps on or whatever.
And you go
get
back to
work.
giving stabby rappers coffee. they
You
don't
make sure
want.
to give
That's
Day
right, what?
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to give Day Day what he deserves.
All right.
And, Day Day wanted that coffee hot, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's why he got stabbed.
Okay. I hope everyone's okay. Alex Williams says there are brake lights on Georgia 400 through Sandy Springs.
It's still a little slow here, Tim. 400 northbound. We're leaving Abernathy up toward Northridge Road, exit 6. You've thinned out nicely north of there between Roswell and Alpharetta. Tapping the brakes as you head up into Cumming, but not too bad there. 75 northbound, also seeing some brake lights from South Marietta Parkway up past Chastain Road. 575 northbound, still feeling the pinch through that Bells Ferry curve, working up to Highway 92 in Woodstock. How's I-75 looking south of town, Sky Smith?
Well, I-75 southbound, you're moving slow once you get down by the airport, crossing over to I-85. You're going to begin to open up once you get past Old Dixie Road, and things really slow down right before you get to Hudson Bridge Road, down to McDonough Road. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When we came up with the idea for Clark's Christmas Kids 35 years ago, I told myself we were going to help every foster child across the state. But we need your help. To find out how you can make a child's Christmas wishes come true, visit WSBRadio.com.
A special thanks to our friends at Scana Energy, Rocco's European Garage, and Finlay Roofing for their continued support of Clark's Christmas Kids.
If the holiday hustle and bustle turns into hassle and burden because you've been hurt in a wreck, you need the strong arm, John Foy & Associates. Hey, it's Smile and Mark McKay. My friends at John Foy wish you and your family a safe and happy holiday season. But if you're involved in a wreck, you need a specialist to protect you and battle the insurance companies that want to pay you as little as possible. There is zero cost until they win your case. Call 24/7 for your free case evaluation. JohnFoy.com.
Hi, I'm Lexi, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. If you're planning to propose this holiday, we're ready to make creating your engagement ring a warm, welcoming experience. At Shane Company, we're all about your style, your budget, your dream engagement ring. Explore the widest selection of diamonds and ring settings ready for you to see in person, or visit us at shaneco.com. You'll have your ring in days, not weeks. Our friendly jewelry consultants don't work on commission. There's never any pressure, just perfect proposals. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey folks, Dave Baker here with a quick tip. When it comes to garage doors, longevity matters. Overhead Door Company of Atlanta has been serving Atlanta homeowners since 1935. That's 90 years of doing it right, day after day, door after door. Sure, new companies pop up claiming to be number one, but for real trust and experience, there's only one original overhead door, the one with the red ribbon on the trucks. Longevity matters. Quality matters. Call 404-USA-DOOR or visit overheaddooratlanta.com.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170 to claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now, 404-400-1170.
A healthy home is a Breda home. They keep yours bug and critter free inside and out. Breda's also proud to sponsor Scotts Leach, Georgia, every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Properties come in all shapes and sizes, and so do foundation repairs. Mark Beckham here. It could be new construction, a big house, a small house, or your commercial property. Anyway, you need the leaders in foundation repair to handle it. Get your free estimate at atlantaramjack.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the Big Wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
All right, we kind of rambled on in that last segment. We don't have much time. Jared, hit me with a story.
Well, I know the entire world is talking about Stu Leonard's. It's a family-owned grocery store.
Stu's Innards?
Stu Leonard's.
Oh, okay.
It's a family-owned grocery chain with roots in Connecticut.
Okay.
And they have what's gone viral is their new butter-dipped vanilla soft serve ice cream.
Oh, that sounds good.
And literally, people on the internet are divided. You have people saying that it's
I don't like it.
I love it.
that it's
Okay.
that it's delicious.
Dislike.
But then other people are saying
unfollow.
Yeah, then other people are like, it's a heart attack in a cone.
Well, who cares about that?
Oh, that's never been said in the history of the world.
I'm eating that every day. Okay, you're gonna have a heart attack. So explain what this is. It's a soft serve ice cream cone.
and it's dipped in a shallow bowl of melted Stu Leonard's branded butter.
Whatever you're saying, I'm already grossed out. It's
Stu
dipped in
Le-
Stu's
look,
butter.
you're taking a side.
Baby batter butter.
I'm Stu Leonard, and I love making butter. Let me turn
making
you
that
on.
butter batter.
So it sounds like
wait a minute.
Otto,
How does
you've
it
taken a
not?
side.
How does it not melt the ice cream?
Because it cools instantly upon contact, forming a thin, crunchy shell
Yum.
around the cone's rim.
I
and
bet
top.
you that's delicious.
I bet it's delicious, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
eat anything else for the rest of the day.
Well, except for the burger before.
Yeah, and a pizza.
Yeah, and
like
then
some tacos.
at
Some
night
fried
maybe
chicken.
a whole box of Nilla wafers.
Yeah.
Some wings too.
Yeah.
All right. Alex Williams says 285 is crowded in Tucker.
Yeah, watching those 285 southbound delays right now, Tim. They're trying to thin out, but you are still seeing some volume as you leave I-85 down toward the La Vista Road, Lawrenceville Highway, the Highway 78 Stone Mountain Freeway, and then 285 east and north in DeKalb, also on the brakes as well from Flat Shoals as you head up through that work zone, passing I-20 to Glenwood Road. Checking the slow ride on 285 over on the west side with the help of Sky Smith.
Oh, yeah, you're right. On I-285 south past I-75 is definitely a slow roll. You're going to start to hit the brakes before you get to Atlanta Road all the way down to I-20. Get the BOGOs before they go. Shop the latest buy one, get one free deals at your local Publix supermarket. These deals won't last, so stop by today. Free item must be of equal or lesser value. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Fall in love with Terrifying Jewelry's amazing collection of designer brands such as Roberto Coin, De Beers Forever Mark Diamonds, and their collection of fine Swiss watches from Rolex, Tudor, and Tag Heuer. Treat yourself and your loved ones to a special gift from Terrifying Jewelry Company in Buford.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
You've thought about assisted living for your parents, but maybe the right answer is renovating your home and having mom or dad move in. I'm Richard, Chief Architect at Sketch House, where we create custom architectural drawings for homeowners looking to remodel. Why get drawings first? You'll know what's possible. You'll be able to get pricing and compare builders apples to apples, and builders love drawings. You'll get bumped to the top of their list with drawings in hand. Let Sketch House help you make a decision about your aging parents at a fixed price. Visit sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, HAUS.com.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 6-packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Canada Dry. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, a poll worker accused of double scanning ballots during last week's runoffs is now under investigation in Fulton County.
Officials say the poll worker had assisted in previous elections in the county over the years, but last Tuesday she was seen double scanning her ballot, and later they discovered she voted for 4 family members who were not at the polling place. Fulton County Election Board Chairwoman Sherry Allen says the matter is now in the hands of investigators.
We are in the process of working with the Secretary of State and providing more information.
Allen says this incident shows their procedures for reporting issues are working. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
46 degrees in Atlanta, close to freezing when you wake up in the morning. Will we stay dry this week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A shelter-in-place order at Georgia's Fort Stewart is now lifted following an active shooter situation. However, there is a large police presence still in a residential area of the base for an ongoing investigation. The U.S. attorney in Atlanta calls it shocking. A member of the Georgia House facing federal fraud charges.
A federal grand jury has charged Representative Sharon Henderson with 2 counts of theft of government funds and 10 counts of making false statements. U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says Henderson lied to profit from an emergency program designed to help suffering community members during the pandemic. Henderson is charged with collecting over $17,000 of pandemic unemployment benefits to which she was not entitled as a result of false statements in her application and weekly reports about her previous employment in Henry County schools. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
There's good news for Georgia on this year's annual list of judicial hellholes.
There are a total of 8 jurisdictions on this year's list.
Unlike the last several years, Georgia is no longer on our list, our formal list of judicial hellholes.
But Tiger Joyce, president of the American Tort Reform Association, says we are, however, on their watch list. So how do you make the list?
The jurisdictions where we think that the system for for considering civil litigation simply are not carried out in a balanced way.
Los Angeles and New York top the list this year. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A new lawsuit is filed against BioLab over the chemical fire at its Conyers facility last September. A fire insurance company is suing for more than $20 million, claiming negligence, carelessness, and recklessness were responsible for the fire and the release of toxic and hazardous chemicals. Several groups of residents have already filed lawsuits against BioLab. The man charged with fatally stabbing a 77-year-old Buckhead grandmother enters a plea today just as his trial was about to begin.
Without any ahead-of-time agreement with the state on what punishment he could face, Antonio Brown pleads guilty to murdering Eleanor Bowles 3 years ago this month. With his admission, Bowles' 2 sons delivered emotion-filled impact statements in court, and Brown apologized to the victim's family. Homeless at the time of the stabbing and often under the influence, Brown was ruled competent to stand trial earlier this year. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Kevin Farmer gave him 2 consecutive life sentences with the possibility of parole. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Metro Atlanta's housing market is cooling off. The number of homes sold in November drops more than 9% compared to October and more than 21% compared to a year ago. Georgia MLS says buyers are pulling back more sharply than in recent months. The median sales price is essentially flat at $394,000. Interest rates could change the dynamics in the new year. Any rate cut by the Federal Reserve this week could eventually trickle down to mortgage rates, giving buyers a boost in buying power. The Smyrna Public Safety Foundation put smiles on the faces of 90 elementary school students today at their annual Shop with a Hero event. Smyrna Police Lieutenant Meredith Holt says each child got $250 to spend at a local Walmart.
They can pick out some clothes and necessities and, of course, the fun stuff, all the toys.
After shopping, the kids were taken to Truist Park for lunch, cookie decorating, and a stadium
Stadium Tour. It's now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, just found some new trouble on the west side inner loop. That's I-285 northbound, just before Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. It is a crash knocking out the second left lane, so that's a left center lane. Brake lights stacking up behind that toward Cascade Road. Over on the north side, 285 eastbound, still watching that slow ride between Dunwoody and Dorville from Ashford Dunwoody Road over to Peachtree Boulevard. Then just sluggish now as you head southbound, leaving I-85 down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. What's it looking like through downtown Atlanta, Sky Smith?
Yeah, your connector southbound ride, you're going to be slowing down at Howell Mill Road on I-75 South, and you're going to start seeing some brake lights at the 85-400 South merge all the way down to I-20. Connector northbound, you're backed up starting at University Avenue, opening up once you get to Georgia Tech. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy and cold for the rest of this evening. Temperatures falling into the low 30s for tomorrow morning. A few areas of patchy fog possible around sunrise, then partly cloudy for tomorrow afternoon. Highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. Even more sunshine by Wednesday, warming up to the mid-50s through the afternoon. Staying dry for Thursday and Friday. Morning lows in the 30s, daytime highs in the mid to upper 50s.
45 in Peachtree Corners, 47 in Union City, and 46 in Conyers. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Oh, I can't see him, but there we go. There's Bill Caiaccio and his four fingers, and that indicates it is hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine. I'm going to have to turn off the news. I keep looking up there and getting angry about things. So let's just bring Greg in.
Yeah, I'll make you not angry.
Yes, you make me happy. I know Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that 6 o'clock hour, it's usually a little lighter. Greg is on. We're laughing. We're having a good time. We sometimes get stories. Sometimes we don't.
And I understand you. You enjoy talking to me.
Yes, we understand.
There's similarities between us.
Yes. Probably not the anger thing that I used to have and you used to have. We shared that, but we no longer have that anymore. Or we know how to keep it at bay.
Yeah, I don't get as angry as I used to, but there's certain things like you'll share with me or I'll share with you and I'll say, oh man, this is something I wouldn't tell anyone else because they would judge me in a harsh way.
Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that with each other.
But I know you'll get it.
Like what?
You'll say, yeah, that's maybe weird and
Share
creepy,
that with
but
us now.
Yeah, share
but
that.
I understand.
Well, these are private moments between
How are you going to put that out there in front of the
doctrinaires.
whole audience and not say anything?
Sometimes,
Give an example.
Sometimes the doctrinaires don't share everything with the entire doctrinaire crew. It's just, D on D.
Well, it's just the doctrinaire crew.
Well, I mean, doctrinaire on doctrinaire.
No, you weren't docking.
None of that sounds good. We did share. You familiar with this app, Jared? In Autumn, it's called. What is it called? Kalshi. Kalshi.
No.
Yes, it's a prediction market like Polymarket, but Polymarket can't operate in the U.S. at this point because
I don't know what Polymarket is.
Prediction app. It's how is Trump going to win the debate? Who's going to score in the next? It's multifaceted. It's not just politics, but a lot of it is politics. When instead of polls this last election, people were talking about the betting markets. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Being more accurate than the polls.
Yes. So you downloaded this app and you can put money into it and then sort of bet on things, but it's not gambling. There's a distinction that can be made that it's not gambling, and I don't know how they get around that.
Well, it's not gambling because the price is driven. Think of it more like having a stock portfolio. The prices are driven by demand, interest, and then the platforms make their money on fees. So Kalshi is similar to that, whereas a sports betting app takes a cut. You lose, they take your money. And, they offset with the VIG and all that.
So like with 2028 coming up, you could buy Vance at a certain price. And the more likely it seems that he'll win, that price goes up, and you could sell it then at a higher price.
You could. You can. You don't have to stick around until the end. You can cash out at some point. So think of it like an investment. Right now, you think that Vance is going to get the nominee. And as it gets closer, if it looks more and more like that's going to happen, and you got in at a 27% chance and it's now 60% chance, then you take your profits and you leave.
So yesterday, Jared, I made a bet, a very small one, because I only put $25 in, and when it's gone, I'll probably delete the app because I'm not good at gambling and I don't like wasting money. But that's not true. I do like wasting money. But anyway, I bet.
Don't we all?
I bet on the Bengals just straight up to beat the Bills. I knew the game was in Buffalo. I knew it was snowing. And I said, well, the Bengals, blah, 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 blah. So I just bet on the Bengals. And then Greg kind of made me feel guilty about that because the Bills are my favorite team. So at halftime when the Bengals were winning, I cashed out. And I made a profit on it. And then,
so how much did you put in and how much did you get out?
I bet $5. No, I bet
25, you said.
No. That's how much I have in my account, $25.
Oh, I see.
So you made some money, though.
Yeah, I bet like $1 or $2, and I ended up making $3. And so the Bills came back, and they were, they took a lead, and they were up, I think, 4 points. And Josh Allen was down third. It was 3rd and 17. And I said, well, if the Bengals get the ball back, and it showed up right there, it was 1% chance for the Bengals to win. So I bet a certain amount, and I would win $490. So I just put
because there was a 1% chance of Cincinnati coming back. I understand if you're rooting for a team, they're your favorite team, and you bet against them.
Yeah.
It's just a way to offset the disappointment you feel if
Yeah,
they lose.
oh,
At least
okay.
you got some money at the end.
Yeah.
I did give you a hard time, but it did work out for you because you were able, Cincinnati took an early lead, you were able to make a bit of money, cash out, and then the Bills came back and won. So it was the best of all worlds. I do think it's funny, though, that they call it opening a position.
Yes.
There are sports games on there.
It's betting.
Gambling.
Yeah. Totally gambling.
I started doing this. Any broadcast, you can open a position on what the announcing team is going to say during that game.
See, I think you'd have fun with this, Jared.
Those are fun.
So things like what a catch or turf or safety. Now, almost for sure, they're going to say safety. So if you put $10 in, you're not going to make much.
Yeah.
But you can get to
It
roughing
all
the
adds
passer.
up.
Yeah, if you get somebody that has a I guess a simpler style with how they deliver, like Tony Romo or a Chris Collinsworth, yeah, you're gonna get. It's probably more likely because he uses the same phrases over and over again. And honestly, kind of Tom Brady does too. He kind of uses the same phrases over and over again. Usually, the color commentator has like just a list of common phrases they use.
Well, here's another bet, not a bet. Here's another investment I made. That's a proper term, right, Greg? Investment, or I don't know, whatever.
You're opening a position. I'm not betting.
I opened a position that Zoran Mamdani would be Times Man of the Year or Person of the Year for, let's see, I bet $2 for a 4% chance or something like that, and it pays out 23. So if he gets it, then I get $23. How about that?
All right, I like that.
That's 2 packs of smokes.
It's kind of cute, like little baby bets.
Yeah.
This is legal in all states.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
And how are they making the
exactly.
distinction that it's not betting?
Because
it's not betting because the operator doesn't take a cut
Yeah.
the same way sports books do.
Oh, how are they making
And
money from the app?
Probably
fees.
Yeah,
Fees. So when you deposit money in, they take, like on $10, they take 23 cents.
Yes.
So they make it on fees, and because there isn't an entity taking a cut, it's federally regulated, whereas sports gambling is regulated by the states, which is why you have some states where it's legal and other
Yes.
states where it's not.
And yesterday, Jared, you'll like this. I bet before the game started, I bet on the Falcons to win. I thought, oh, this is one of those games that the Falcons will win. And that didn't pan out.
No, it did not.
The Falcons screwed me indirectly. I guess it was still directly, but I bet this was traditional sports betting. I went back to the sports betting app, and I said that every team playing in the 1 o'clock games would score a touchdown. Guess the only team that didn't score a touchdown in their game.
Our Atlanta Falcons. That's right.
So
6 points.
I
in
lost.
It's 9 points total.
And I
Do you feel like it's because you made that bet that they didn't? Do you know what I mean? Like, did you?
Yes,
do you
of
feel
course.
Like you had,
I have that much power. Yes,
Yes.
Exactly. That's how betting works.
It's my fault.
Jared, where's your viral video at now? I think it's gone up, what, 5,000-6,000 since the show started?
I haven't even checked.
You saw this video, right, Greg, of him leaving the game early?
Yeah, saying that you were done finally. You
were
are
frustrated.
done.
You
Yeah, because so many people have been like telling me, they're like, Jared, give it up. They're done. it's hopeless at this point. And
But you're a real fan.
I'm a real fan, and I am toxically positive, and I thought that there was still a chance that we would at least play competitive. But the Falcons team that I saw on Sunday was atrocious.
Yes.
I mean, that was a train wreck, and I get that we played Thursday Night Football this week, so that's why you didn't fire our head coach Raheem Morris today. But I am.
Will he be fired though? Do you think it's his fault?
I think you have to. I think the team obviously they.
We already determined it's Greg's fault for making that bet.
It is my fault.
This most recent game, yes.
I apologize to Morris.
Apologize to Jared.
Yeah, and then to me
I'm sorry,
too for
Jared.
putting me through that. I never leave games too. I will stay there
Thanks, Greg.
even if it's like a 21 or 14-point game. I never leave. I usually
No, because you're having a good time. You were just sickened.
Yeah, I mean, I was just disgusted with how bad they looked down the field. So,
but you were up over 25,000 views on one of those.
I did go viral on TikTok and Instagram, but like it's a 20.
Did you monetize it?
No, I didn't monetize it because my intent was not to go viral. My intent was just to voice the frustration that me and thousands of other Falcons fans feel out there, and hopefully,
all 2,000 of them.
Hopefully, management sees it and they are reactive.
The
to
GM
it.
goes, and he goes when they fire the GM. They say that Jared Yamamoto says you have to go. So I'm sorry.
Isn't it
Me and a
ultimately
collection of other voices?
Isn't it ultimately the general manager's fault?
I would
Yes.
say so. The way the team is built, yes.
Yeah, because the Penix was out of nowhere when they drafted him.
Yeah, and then you
Can't play under center. Did you know that, Jared?
I
didn't
did.
know that Penix couldn't play. I think I learned that. Why do you draft a person who can't play under center?
Don't get me started. The I could go into all the X's and O's. The most ridiculous thing for any Falcons fan out there, and I'll just put this very quickly, is that the argument that the Falcons made for not getting star quarterback Lamar Jackson a couple years ago was that he was injury prone. And what do the Falcons do? They go and they take a busted up Kirk Cousins off an Achilles injury, and they draft Michael Penix, who has had 2 ACL surgeries.
Wow.
And the argument to management was, well, Lamar Jackson, who loves the Atlanta idea, would have been embraced here in
He
this
would have
city.
been. He would have been great here.
They were like, well, he's too injury prone. So don't give me this. This front office sucks for the Falcons now. It's awful, and we're all in this pain together.
Well,
Jump
and
on the hate
Welcome.
bandwagon. Welcome.
Well,
Welcome.
not even hate. Don't even hate it.
Frustration.
Move
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah.
as much as you can. I still am disappointed. I check the scores. I watch games here and there, but I have to say, since 2017, after the Super Bowl loss, not really paying attention. It was an adjustment.
Yeah,
but I like it.
We have had 8.
I like not feeling the way you are
Well,
right now.
well, the way I am now is that I've been asked if I was going to go to any other games this season. I will not go to another home game this season, and I'm on the verge of boycotting watching them because I mean they're just it's bad. It's
Wow,
bad.
yeah.
It's bad football. It's not entertaining, and in 8 straight losing seasons. I'm sorry, you've lost me this year. You have a chance to get me back next year.
I mean, watching the Falcons at this point is like, your wife gets remarried and you go over and watch her have sex with her new husband. Why would you put yourself through that? torture?
Seriously, I don't know. And again, I was one of the last holdouts, and I think that's why the frustration really shined through, is because I was like, you know what, there is kind of a chance. We've been playing competitive, but then the way we got smoked in that second half and leaving in the third quarter.
You'll go to the Super Bowl again when the Bills trade Josh Allen to the Falcons, and then everybody will be
I'll
happy.
be old and gray or dead by the time the Falcons win a Super Bowl.
Welcome to fandom. Hey, Alex Williams says there's a crash on 285 in southwest Atlanta.
Yeah, sitting right in the second left lane here, Tim. 285 northbound, the inner loop, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 9. Those delays are already stretching back to Highway 166, Langford Parkway, 285 southbound. The outer loop also still seeing those delays from South Atlanta Road down to I-20. Heads up in Woodstock, a crash also impacting some power lines, shutting down Nice Road north of Highway 92. That's really put the pinch on Trickham Road as people try to use that as an alternate as well as Highway 92. Think about Highway 5, which is just east of I-575. Another option to get you around that. How are things looking on I-85 up toward Gwinnett County, Sky Smith?
Well, that I-85 northbound ride is slowing down between Chamblee Tucker Road and Beaver Ruin Road. Now, for your ride into Swanee, you're going to see some heavy volume from Old Peachtree Road up to the I-85-985 split. This report is sponsored by Stone Mountain Park. Stone Mountain Park's Christmas is here. Experience the magical flight to the North Pole, the world's largest Christmas drone and light show, and so much more. Get tickets or book your stay at stonemountainpark.com. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When we came up with the idea for Clark's Christmas Kids 35 years ago, I told myself we were going to help every foster child across the state. But we need your help. To find out how you can make a child's Christmas wishes come true, visit WSBRadio.com.
A special thanks to our friends at Scana Energy, Rocco's European Garage, and Finlay Roofing for their continued support of Clark's Christmas Kids.
If the holiday hustle and bustle turns into hassle and burden because you've been hurt in a wreck, you need the strong arm to protect you and battle the insurance companies. Hey, it's Smiling Mark McKay. With my friends at John Foy & Associates, there's zero cost until they win your case. JohnFoy.com.
The holiday season is a time for joy. But for many of our neighbors in need, it can be a time of worry and uncertainty. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. This year, we're celebrating the season of giving by partnering with Must Ministries, helping provide food, shelter, clothing, and hope to thousands of local families in need. And you can help make a difference. When you purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle between now and January 2nd from any of our 21 Jim Ellis dealerships, we'll gladly make a donation to Must Ministries on your behalf. So while you're finding the perfect car, truck, or SUV, you'll also be giving the gift of hope, putting food on tables, toys under trees, and smiles on faces across our community. Get started today at JimEllis.com. Shop more than 5,000 vehicles and enjoy the convenience of the Jim Ellis Expressway, where you can start or complete your entire purchase online. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best. And from our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
This is Scott Slade. For 40 years, Georgia Power and the Salvation Army have partnered through Project Share to help Georgia's families in need. Add a donation to your Georgia Power bill, and they'll match it by 150%. Join the effort at georgiapower.com/Project Share. Because when we share, we all shine a little brighter.
At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry and dream engagement ring to be nothing short of perfect, no matter the price. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition, available in so many delicious varieties. Classic, cage-free, organic, free-range, and pasture-raised. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
All right, we got a little time, Greg. Do you have a story from Studio B1?
I do. Apple is back. Apple is going to surpass Samsung in phone sales for the first time in 14 years. Now, it's still...
I thought they were ahead every year. I didn't pay attention
to
that.
In the U.S., yes, but not globally.
Not globally, okay.
Yeah, globally, Apple is not ahead, just in the U.S. for the green and blue text bubbles.
Yes, I think everybody in the United States should be, by law, required to have an iPhone so your text chain doesn't look weird.
And so you can share photos and videos without them becoming compressed and pixelated.
Or maybe they could all agree on one unified, what do they call it? Is it SMS?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they could all agree on one and make it blue.
No, they won't do that.
No, I know they won't do that. So what is
Apple
this?
will never give you the customization that you want. That's why people like Android and Samsungs. You could go in and probably hack it in a way and change the text color bubble.
Well, there's one thing about
color.
I've discovered recently. I want to upgrade to the most recent iOS for the iPhone. Right?
Okay.
Don't have enough room on my phone. Don't have enough memory, whatever, for the download and all that.
What do you have? 13?
I have 13. Yeah.
Yeah, so do I.
And when you go to it, it says your apps are taking up this much. You can't open an individual app and delete the data. You have to offload it and then put it back on. But when you offload it and put it back on, all the data comes back with it. So I can't figure it out. But when I had an Android years and years ago, you could just delete everything manually. You could go into the root.
Why don't you just upgrade your phone? It'll cost you like $3 or $7 a month.
To upgrade the phone? I don't know. The last time I upgraded my phone, I got it for free.
Yeah, but you had to add money to your monthly payment.
I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it'll add nothing.
Oh, hang on.
You
There's a commercial on for that Trump watch, and I want to get it.
Oh, yeah, you want to get the number?
Get Trump
There's
watches.
only a couple left.
Yeah, there's only.
You better hurry.
There's only
it's a limited edition.
There's only 7 million left. I have number
Greg,
one.
you're into watches. What do you think about that watch? Just as a consumer of watches.
You would never. That's a fashion watch. You don't go and buy a fashion watch.
Oh, come on.
It's just as bad as buying a Marc Kors watch.
This will sell you, Greg.
Hello, everyone. It's your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, here to introduce something really special. I think you're going to love it.
Why did he take a breath?
My
before?
new Trump watches.
Really?
We're doing quite a number with watches, and the quality to me is very important. The Trump Victory Tourbillon. This isn't just any watch. It's one of the best watches made. It's a tourbillon watch with almost 200 grams of gold and more than 100 real diamonds.
Think about that.
It's a lot of
200 grams
diamonds.
of
I
gold.
love gold. I love diamonds. We all do.
Diamond.
Only
What does it cost?
147 of these extraordinary
He says,
watches.
You get, it's like $4.99.
Yeah,
or something.
$4.99. You can have number 2.
And they're
number
Wait,
one.
$4.99. $499.
I think so for at least one of the lower end ones. I was
That's
looking.
cheap.
I was looking at the website.
No diamonds.
No.
And there was.
I was going to say.
You could
can't
get
be
his
diamonds.
fragrance with it too. You could get his
It
cologne.
smells just like my underwear.
French fries and Diet Coke.
It's a Big Mac. Listen, everybody loves the Big Mac, but mine smells like the fish, the filet of fish. The Trump filet of fish aroma with a hint of Diet Coke.
I can smell it.
It
I know what that smells like. My brain can piece that together.
Yeah, if you worked at McDonald's.
Walking into a McDonald's. That's what his cologne smells like.
Or you open the drawer. See, when I worked there, I don't know. It's much different now, I'm sure. It was 40 years ago. But you pulled they had a drawer, and you would only make a certain amount of filet of fish, and you keep them in the drawer. And you had to keep them in like a steamy thing. And the buns you steamed. You would take the buns and you put them in a steamer and steam it. And that's how you put it, with a little slice of cheese. Not enough tartar sauce. But you get the one squirt of the tartar sauce. But I don't know. Now they must make them to order, because if you get a filet of fish, you always got to wait.
Yeah, because I don't think it's ordered all that often. So
I don't
they
think
don't
so
make
either.
It. Yeah.
Well, when they had the double, my God. Oh, my word. That was so good. I ate like 4 of them. No,
what
they
was
had
the
the
thing
double.
that he has on his plane? Isn't it like a fish and a cheeseburger as one?
What?
Combines them.
He has like French
at the
fries.
kiosk. You could build that. That's why I love the kiosk at McDonald's, because you could customize it
you
the way you're saying
could.
on them.
I'll
You
have
get the fish.
quarter pounder with the cherry pie and ice
Mix
cream
them together.
And could you put a McSalad on it and maybe some nuggets and just put it in a bowl?
I know, Mr. President, that if you put a McChicken in between 2, I guess, burgers, then it
Delicious.
becomes a McGangbang. That's what it's called.
Oh, I wouldn't call it that. That's
Inappropriate.
sort of offensive and inappropriate. I don't like that. I mean, you know me. I'm a pretty moral guy.
You like this?
I like the fish.
The fish.
I like it.
To make weird triangles. Hey, Alex Williams says delays are getting worse on 285 in southwest Atlanta.
All due to this crash, Tim, that's been in the second left lane. Now 2 left lanes taken out with Atlanta Fire Rescue with it. 285 northbound, the inner loop, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Exit number 9. You're stacked up leaving Highway 166, Langford Parkway. You can take 75, 85 northbound as an alternate, which is also where I just saw Hero units pace traffic and just release all lanes in Midtown. 75, 85 northbound up around 10th Street and 17th Street. Any improvement on 285 through DeKalb County, Sky Smith?
Well, I-285 southbound into DeKalb County at I-85 is slow and go down to Ponce de Leon. You can get the BOGOs before they go. Shop the latest buy one, get one free deals at your local Publix supermarket. These deals won't last, so stop by today. Free item must be of equal or lesser price. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Cold temps can freeze water in the ground, wreaking havoc on your septic system. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic. We can help. My licensed, insured, experienced team responds 24/7 with upfront pricing and high-quality work.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump-out charge with your repair. Details online, scorpionsepticservices.com.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. Selling your home doesn't have to mean stress, delays, or settling for less. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard, you get cash up front, so you can buy your next home first on your timeline. No waiting, no double moves, no living out of boxes while strangers tour your home. Then, once you're settled in, Orchard takes over, handling repairs, upgrades, staging, and marketing to get your old home sold for top dollar. When it sells, you get paid again. That's 2 paydays. One when you buy, one when you sell. It's a smarter, faster, more flexible way to move, and thousands of homeowners are doing it already. Start with your free home valuation today at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
'Tis the season. Have you gotten your flu shot? At All Care, our experienced flu specialists are dedicated to providing comprehensive and personalized care, from vaccines to testing to treatment. And you can walk right in to any of All Care's 15 Atlanta locations and access our unique combination of primary and immediate care under a single roof. For flu season and beyond, say goodbye to waiting for the doctor and say hello to All Care, a proud member of the Piedmont Clinically Integrated Network.
Each day at Ronald McDonald House Atlanta, we see caregivers walk through our doors with tear-stained faces, siblings with sleepy eyes from a long travel day, and the nervous yet brave smile of a child facing circumstances they can't yet understand. While these families are fighting for their children, we're here to help keep them strong. This is not just where they stay, it is where they're held. It is where they carry each other. Support families. Donate today at ronaldmcdonaldhouseatl.org.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The holidays are here, friends, so let my friends at Publix help you save money by shopping the buy one, get one deals every week. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. BOGOs galore at your neighborhood Publix supermarkets. Check out the BOGO deals before you shop, by the way. Expert tip. You can find the weekly ad online at Publix.com or in the Publix app. My favorite experience at Publix are the BOGOs. Free item must be of equal or lesser value, of course. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, BioLab is hit with a new lawsuit over last year's toxic chemical fire in Rockdale County.
The federal lawsuit against BioLab and its parent companies seeks to get back more than $20 million, which fire insurance company Verlan says it had to pay out. It went to a manufacturing company about a mile away from the site. Verlan's lawsuit alleges negligence, carelessness, and recklessness by BioLab, which it claims had neither adequate fire protections nor emergency response plans. BioLab has insisted that its method of storing chemicals was not inherently dangerous. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
45 degrees in Atlanta. Brace for a cold morning tomorrow. Will the sun dominate here the rest of the week? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. A Fulton County poll worker is under investigation after she's accused of double voting in last week's runoffs. The investigation also reveals she voted for 4 family members who weren't there. Fulton County Commission Chair Rob Pitts reassures voters their elections are secure.
The good news here is that our elections, the processes that we have in place, they work.
The worker was escorted out by police and no longer works for the county. Fulton County Police and the Secretary of State's office are investigating. A Georgia lawmaker is facing federal fraud charges.
The FBI arrested Georgia State Representative Sharon Henderson. She's been charged with theft of government funds and also a number of false statements with respect to unemployment insurance benefits.
U.S. Attorney Theodore Hertzberg says it's shocking a public official would allegedly lie to profit from an emergency program designed to help people who are suffering. Henderson is accused of collecting over $17,000 of pandemic unemployment benefits. Henderson is a Democrat from Covington. She was first elected in 2020. Georgia is no longer considered a judicial hellhole, according to the American Tort Reform Association's annual list. The president of the association, Tiger Joyce, explains why.
The enactment of significant legislative reforms, legal reform proposals this past year have been a catalyst for having us remove Georgia from the list.
But he says we are still on the watch list because of some cases they are observing. The top 3 judicial hellholes this year are Los Angeles, followed by New York and South Carolina. A teenager is identified today as one of the 2 victims of a double homicide in Gwinnett County last week. The victims, ages 17 and 28, were located in a car near Harbins Road on Friday. Gwinnett police say they were shot following an argument with 54-year-old Javier Ruiz. He's also accused of stabbing another man who has life-threatening injuries before fleeing the scene. Ruiz was later arrested in Springfield, Tennessee. One of America's biggest soda makers is cutting jobs.
After deep discussions with one of its biggest shareholders, activist investors Elliott Investment Management, PepsiCo said it'll start cutting costs, and that means it'll be cutting jobs. It hasn't said how many or where those job losses will be. In another development from those talks, in an effort to boost slumping sales in its food division, Pepsi says it's going to cut prices by up to 20% on items like Life Cereal, Quaker Oats, and its Lay's, Cheetos, Fritos, Doritos, and other snack brands. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
Governor Kemp and First Lady Marty Kemp today lighting the Capitol Christmas tree inside the rotunda.
3, 2, 1. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Governor Kemp says lighting the tree marks the start of a busy season for many, but it's more than just that.
It's also a reminder of the meaning of the season, the birth of our Savior, and good overcoming evil.
The 26-foot red cedar tree was donated by a family in Lindale, Georgia. With freezing temperatures forecast this week, DeKalb County is opening 4 warming centers starting Wednesday night. They'll be located at Frontline Response International, St. Vincent de Paul on Chamblee Tucker Road, Mason Mill Rec Center, and Exchange Park Intergenerational Center. It is now 6:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Been watching the big jam leaving the airport on 285 northbound, the inner loop in southwest Atlanta, Bill, all due to a crash. Was in 2 left lanes. They just shut it down to move it all to the right. Now they're holding the right lane. This is 285 northbound, the inner loop, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit number 9. Also still seeing some brake lights on 285 northbound, the outer loop into DeKalb County from Flat Shoals Road up through the work zone passing I-22 Glenwood Road. What's it looking like now through downtown Atlanta, Sky Smith?
Oh, it's easing up a little bit. Connector northbound, definitely easing up after clearing up that trouble just before 10th Street. But you are going to still see some brake lights from I-20 down to Georgia Tech. And your connector southbound, you are slow from Northside Drive down to I-20. From the Cool Rate Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy and cold for the rest of this evening. Temperatures falling into the low 30s for tomorrow morning. A few areas of patchy fog possible around sunrise, then partly cloudy for tomorrow afternoon. Highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. Even more sunshine by Wednesday, warming up to the mid 50s through the afternoon. Staying dry for Thursday and Friday. Morning lows in the 30s, daytime highs in the mid to upper 50s.
Right now it's 44 in Noonan, 45 in Midtown Atlanta, and 42 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
My wake-up call came during the holidays 3 years ago. Like many of you out there will be doing this time of year, I was savoring all the holiday stuff with my parents. It's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. I remember we were preparing a holiday meal and I saw my dad really struggling with a boiling pot on the stove. It was that moment that I knew I had to explore home care options for my folks. This holiday season, as you enjoy precious time with your aging parents, you too might notice some small signs as they struggle with day-to-day tasks. A little more forgetful, having trouble remembering to take their meds. If your aging parents are clear that they want to age in place in the comfort of their homes, please Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta and request a call. It's 100% free, and it's a crucial step in getting your parents what they need for their care, allowing you, their child, to do your role and just love them. Google Four Seasons Home Care.
It's the end of the year. Time to look back and reflect. Look at all we did. But look at all the things we meant to do, but never actually did. After all those tipsy New Year's promises, you didn't join the gym. You didn't get around to reading War and Peace. And apparently, you didn't do anything about this garage door that's still not working right. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. A quick repair will get your garage door back in shape, no matter how much you eat. No crazy diets, just a smooth, quiet door going up and down like it should. And after all of your friends have bailed on their gym memberships, you'll have a garage door that works like a charm for several New Years to come. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and I'll throw in my copy of War and Peace. I mean, who am I kidding?
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
All right, Greg Russ, you probably have a story or two from your bin that you could share with us.
I do. I have one that I'm really not excited about, but a study published in Geophysical Research Letters.
I have that. I have a subscription.
I do too. It's the only subscription I actually keep.
Yeah, me too.
It's expensive too.
That's worth every penny.
Researchers from China and U.S. say that summer could be 42 days longer by the end of the century.
Yes! Jared's the only person happy about that.
Yes!
Why? Global warming?
Yes, rising global temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
On average right now, summer is extending about 2 days a decade. This is going to hit temperate climates the most. Near the equator, things will be hotter, but here in North America, where we live, not going to be good.
No.
It's going to be extended hot days, and only Jared will enjoy it.
Now, there's no proof that what they're saying is actually going to happen. It's just speculation, correct?
Well, it's more than speculation. They did do some research.
Mm-hmm.
an analysis of 1951 to 2020 weather data from 15,000 global stations.
Okay. Now,
so that it's shown that it is currently lengthening.
I would want to speak to I don't know, a meteorologist to find out what they think about this. I know they're not climate researchers and stuff like that, but these things are always kind of, I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily believe them.
When you think about how old the world is,
Yeah,
right?
6,000 years old.
When you think about how old the Earth is, and that data, that's 70 years, right, Greg? From, you said 1950 to 2020, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so 70 years of data. I mean, sure, maybe statistically it is warming during that 70 years, but that's a very, very small amount of time when you think about like the grand scheme of how old the planet is.
It's all a scam to get money out of us. Besides,
Well, it has been shown that the 40s to the 70s, that was a colder time.
Yeah. I lived
And
through some of that.
They say that's somewhat natural, but also that was also caused by humans. Sulfur dioxide was put into the atmosphere after World War II with rapid industrialization, and that reflects sunlight away from the Earth. So why don't we just pump the atmosphere full of SO2?
See?
And we'll cool it off.
See, a guy like Greg, who's not a scientist, figured out the whole problem. And that's all we have to
You
do.
just got to find the balance.
Yeah.
Balance CO2 with SO2. No big deal. Very simple thing to do. And then we could even control it a bit and get more snow and more cold and not these long extended summer days. Jared, the music festivals don't continue. It's so hot. They're not going to continue to go
It'd be
on for
900
42
degrees in the
days.
middle of
No, but what would be nice though is that, I guess, on the cusps, so your fall and your spring, right?
Yeah.
You would just get more during that time until things get really, really hot in the dead of summer. The thing that I'm already, this is bad too. I mean, it's only, December 8th?
Yes.
And I'm already like craving lake days already again. And I'm like,
Well, you got a ways to go.
I
for
know. I
that.
keep telling myself, I'm like, Jared, you are a long way away from lake days and the pool, and you need to reset your mindset there before, because you got a long winter ahead of you. So now I'm trying to reset my mindset, Greg, into thinking like, oh man, wouldn't a cabin be wonderful? Let's go and have a nice fire and have like a hottie toddy or something like that.
I saw on,
But it's not working.
I saw on Facebook Glenn Burns, who was a Channel 2 meteorologist for a long time, was saying that this is the longest stretch of cold weather this early with these kind of temperatures that he's seen in 40 years.
Yeah, so
Which is great.
Yeah, I love it. I'm fine with it. I mean, except at night it's freezing cold, or in the morning too. But you know, I'd rather it be this than 70 in December. That always freaks me out.
The people that I feel the worst for are the dog walkers in the morning, because in my neighborhood, I see these people, they're all bundled up and they just look miserable.
Well, they decided to get the dog. It comes along with the territory.
That's right. And then after that, you see, like, you look out there and the dog does his business and it's steaming, and I'm like, I would not envy somebody having to not only be miserable, tired, cold, and then you're picking up after the dog. Like, that's just not in my deck of cards.
Well, you can find a little area for the dog to go to where you don't have to pick it up.
Well, not in our neighborhood.
Oh,
not in the city, at least.
So manicured and pretty.
Yeah, they are very strict. In fact, I don't know, Greg, if your building has something like this or not, but like we have a group text for the entire community, and I mean the amount of people that just complain about dog feces being left places. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's like, guys, like there are a lot worse things going on around our neighborhood.
Yeah, don't you know the
dog
temperature is
feces.
going to be 90 degrees until December at the end of the century?
Yeah, this is the real news that they need to know.
Are people bringing dogs into businesses more?
Yes.
Because here I see it. They're
Yes,
showing up in
they're everywhere
restaurants, and people in restaurants who work there, even if it's against policy, are scared to say things because most people probably will side with the dog owner. They're bringing them on the subway now. There was this massive
How can they bring them on the
dog.
subway?
They're just bringing them on. It's against the subway policy, but there was this massive beast, this mongrel that was sitting there blocking most of the walkway on the train, and the conductor came out, and I thought they were going to say something, and they just said, "Oh, what a cute dog. Can I pet it?" I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I know. Dogs are everywhere. You can't go to any restaurant, really, if somebody's bringing their dog in. Or just wherever you go. We talked about that. I don't know when we did, but it was recently. We were talking about this. Just people bringing them everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's what and it was earlier talking about the breweries and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Now it's
yeah.
just because people want to bring them everywhere with them.
The dog doesn't care where the dog wants to be with you.
Yeah,
but they don't care that they're at a brewery.
Right.
And they see some other dog, then they're going to get mad.
They're going to be like, this is my territory.
Yeah, this is my territory. This brewery is mine. These are my IPAs that are horrible.
We had a dog in church
2 weekends ago.
Oh,
Well,
really?
Now, was it a seeing eye dog?
No, God knows. Somebody had it like in a handbag, so you couldn't really even tell until it
Did it
got
take-
quiet, and then it yelped, and everybody's like, "What the?
Did it
That's not
take
a human
communion?
noise."
Did it take communion?
No, but it was praying to doggy Jesus.
Okay, don't say that. You should probably dump that. Nah, I don't care.
Planes is another one where they shove the dog under the seat where your backpack's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Is it like staying there for 5 hours? I don't think so, but you slopped a vest on it and you told everyone that it was your anxiety dog and no one's going to question it because nobody wants to be filmed and no one wants to be released on the internet and have
Where does it go to the bathroom?
lives destroyed and be doxxed. It
just
doesn't. It just holds it.
You
It's
walk on
miserable.
the wing.
Holds it, or it goes in the little container. The worst was, and I at least appreciate people, Greg, that end up bringing the animal on board, because when I worked the ramp for a while, I remember opening up the bins underneath where all the bags were stored, and you would open it up, and I mean, these poor dogs, like some of these dogs have been on these planes for like 5-6 hours.
Oh, man.
And you could tell that all they wanted to do was just get out of their crate, and they were often cold. Like the bins are cold in there, and I felt so terrible for the treatment of those animals having to get transported from Seattle to Atlanta or something like that.
Maybe Scott Bessent and RFK Jr. and their new thing to make airports healthier and more respectful of your fellow travelers. Maybe they'll ban it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't envy what those animals have to go through, and it's yet another reason why I wouldn't want to have one in this current state of life, at least.
If you're taking a dog, if you're moving someplace and you have pets, one of you, if you're in a couple or whatever, one of you has to drive. And, stop and let them out. I mean, a cat, you can't, but, you're kind of screwed with that. But the dog, you can just take it across country in your car, get out, go to the bathroom, pick it up, or whatever. But on an airplane, and I do not understand why people need it. And it's this weird permissiveness that we have in our system. Oh, that watch commercial's on again. I keep getting distracted.
I mean, it's a nice watch, right?
No, it's a hideous
ugly.
watch. It's
It's
red.
disgusting.
It's ugly.
It's got big Trump letters in the middle of it.
Yeah, and his signature. Anyway, but yeah, you don't need to take your dog everywhere. That's my message.
Well, I think that going back to the initial story that Greg was bringing up with the summer being 42 days, I think for dog owners out there, it'll be better for them, because wouldn't you rather be in the heat than be freezing your off in the current conditions that we're in now and having to pick up, the dog steaming after.
What does the dog want? The dog doesn't like the heat.
That's
you
a
see
good
the way
question.
they pant? They can't sweat. They have to
Yeah,
pant.
they'd rather have the cold.
That's a good question. I don't know. We'll have to poll some dogs and see how they feel about this.
Yeah, I've got my sled dog here in the south.
Oh, I know. It's cruel, right?
It's going to love the extra days of summer. It's going to love sitting in 98-degree weather.
Well,
Yeah.
save this story for Wednesday so we can bring it up with Eric, and then Jared will go out and collect all the data.
I did a science fair project once, so I faked the data.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of this.
That's okay.
Can dogs feel temperature with their paws? And the experiment was supposed to be like, here's a sunny patch of sidewalk, and here's a non-sunny part, and I was supposed to put like balloons on their paws to see if to block their paws from touching. I just made everything up. I made all the stats up, and I just drew these fake graphs.
Did you get an A?
I did.
Good job. Good job.
Obviously, the teacher was an animal lover.
Or didn't read the project.
Oh, yeah, probably that too.
Alex Williams says there is a crash cleanup continuing on 285 in southwest Atlanta.
Yeah, still in the right lane. They've been hanging out for a while here. 285 northbound, the inner loop, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 9. Still seeing some brake lights back before Cascade Road, but not terrible as they were before that. Don't forget, up in Woodstock, there's been a crash working in power line issues at Nice Road between Highway 92 and Arnold Mill. That's put extra pressure on Trickham Road. You can always use Highway 5 to scoot around that. Checking what's left over with the volume on I-85 toward Gwinnett County with the help of Sky Smith.
I-85 north heading into Norcross. You're slowing down between I-285 and Indian Trail Road. Your ride into Lawrenceville, Highway 316 eastbound is stop and go until you get just past Sugarloaf Parkway. This report is sponsored by Elf the Musical at the Fabulous Fox Theater. Elf the Musical, the hilarious and heartwarming tale of Buddy the Elf, will play the Fox Theater December 16th through the 21st. Tickets are on sale now at BroadwayInAtlanta.com. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Start your workday with Mark Aram.
Is there anything scarier than losing your retirement account?
Mark Aram.
But there's been a ton of development in Walton County.
Getting you through your morning.
60,000 pounds of cocaine. That is a lot.
Mark Aram.
Tomorrow at 9.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Some friends one time sent my wife and me Omaha steaks for Christmas, and they sent it to our old house. We had moved out of it and not yet sold it. Went to the house. I could smell the steak before I saw it. Didn't know who sent it to me. Called Omaha Steaks. Not only did they send me a brand new package to my house, they told me who had sent it to me so I could send a thank you note. It was incredible customer service. And I've been sending gifts from Omaha Steaks because how great their customer service is ever since. You can get the Sizzle All the Way sale right now, 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com, and you get an extra $35 off with promo code ERIC, E-R-I-C-K, at checkout. You can get incredible options. My wife began her love affair of caramel apple tartlets with that package. Omaha Steaks sent to us. You can too. Get the fillets, get the New York strips. omahasteaks.com, 50% off right now. The Sizzle All the Way sale, $35 off extra with promo code ERIC at checkout. Minimum order required. omahasteaks.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Dave Baker here for Artisan Custom Closets. Ever been looking for your favorite sweater only to find it in the bottom of the pile in your master closet, sitting on a wire rack, and when you put it on, you look like a waffle? Wouldn't be that way if you had Artisan Custom Closets upgrade your closets. Your clothes would remain beautiful all year. Schedule your free design consultation today with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com and reward yourself with affordable luxury over the holidays. artisancustomclosets.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Well, we only have a few minutes left. I want to let everybody know that as far as we know, and I believe this is the case, Eric will be back tomorrow, hopefully feeling much better than today. But we've had fun filling in. Jared will be checking your open mics all evening.
Oh, that's right. Every hour on the hour.
I
hate you guys.
But no one could hate Greg. Greg, you're still here, aren't you?
How dare you talk about dogs the way you did last segment?
See, there you go. There's Greg's open mic.
Don't talk about dogs.
That's my fur baby.
That's my fur baby. You know, before we had our son, we would take our one or two of our dogs occasionally some places, and it was a lot of fun. We went to Asheville and we did glamping, which I thought was cool because I like being in a camper that also has cable, so you can watch TV. And we took our dog in a little doggy stroller through town, and some guy, I mean, there's not a lot of rednecks in Asheville as far as I know. Asheville, not Nashville.
No, not really.
And
in fact, it's kind of granola-y.
Yeah. Well, we saw some weird things, like a lady with no shirt on who probably should have had it on, and she was all sweaty, and she had a big sign that said, "Deal with it." And I'm like, okay, I just won't look like everyone else as soon as they go, oh! But anyway, we were pushing the dog in the doggy stroller, and I just heard from the background, "Well, now I've seen everything." I'm like, well, turn around and look at that lady over there, and then you can say you've seen everything. And it's so shocking because, it was hot and she was sweaty and she should have had a shirt on, and you can just interpret whatever you like over there. Shelley was supposed to come in here and plug the show, so we're vamping.
Asheville is a movement city, though. You're not wrong about that. I remember seeing people kind of doing similar things.
It's a very much.
But the best thing and I think I've told the story on the show before, but I can't remember if I have or not. Tina and I usually go once per year, and we happen to go when the female hat was a big deal. Remember the pink hat? That was like the big movement.
The pea hat. I know what you're talking
the pea hat. Exactly.
Greg
there we
has
go.
one of those.
I don't even know what it is. I'm looking it up.
It was a big woman's movement.
Yes.
Hillary Clinton.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, George. And they had a big march going on in Asheville the weekend that we chose to go there, and we were at the hotel brunch that morning, and we looked over and we saw this family of 6, so mom, dad, and then 4 kids, right? And all of them had the little pink hats on while eating their brunch, and they were in their pajamas. They weren't going to the march in their pajamas.
Yeah.
They were wearing the pink hats before going upstairs to change because it was cold that day. And you're like, I mean, I would hate to put a kid through any kind of political movement. Let them at least grow into their teenage years.
Aside from yourself and Greg maybe and Autumn, a lot of millennials do that with their kids.
Yeah,
and you can see it because my mom didn't ever talk about politics in front of me, and my dad and stepmom didn't either. You know what I mean?
And that's how they let you down. They should have. They needed to teach you at an early age.
We could have fixed the climate 20 years ago. You're right, Greg. I'm going to scold my mom when I pray later. All right, everybody. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, George. Jared and I say goodbye for this episode of the Von Hessler Doctrine. Also, thank you, Jared. Thank you.
Of course, absolutely. Always a pleasure to get a chance to hang out. And again, it sounds like Eric will be back tomorrow, so always a pleasure to get a chance to hang out with you, Tim.
Shelley Winter is up next.
Shut
up. Shelley Winter is up next with a fantastic show. Stick around because you know who's on later. Sean Hannity.